for Visalia Oaks Baseball on Classic Hit Country AM 1270. And brought to you in part by BG Insurance and Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance. Now here's the voice of the Visalia Oaks, Toby Hyde.
Welcome to Rancho Cucamonga, everybody. Toby Hyde getting you ready for the start of a three-game series. The Oaks against the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Visalia dropped a three-game series to Stockton at Recreation Park over the weekend, as generally the offense performed well. The offense 22 runs in the three games, but it was only good enough for one win as they face the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Visalia 12-19 on the year, 8 games behind the division-leading San Jose Giants, out front at 19-10 in the Cal League's Northern Division. Rancho is 16-14 in fourth place in the Cal League South. It's a very tightly bunched South. Rancho, High Desert, Inland Empire, and Lake Elsinore are separated by just one game right up at the top of that division. So the Oaks looking to get back towards 500. It's 7 games under against the team 2 games over in Rancho Cucamonga. We'll be right back to Rancho with a look at tonight's starting pitching matchup. A couple right-handers, Nick Green for the Quakes, 3-1 with a 3.51 ERA against Visalia's Derek Feldkamp, another right-hander. Back in a moment right here on AM 1270.
Fact, more isn't always better. But when you're talking about service, you think, so what are you giving me for my consumer dollar, pal? More is a very good thing. And that's what you're going to get at Zylstra Express Lube. At Zylstra, when you get an oil change, they'll also check your hoses, battery, cables, tires, and tire pressure, wiper blades, lights, and signals, shocks, struts, and so much more. They're also the only AAA-approved quick lube in the Central Valley. Zylstra Express Lube, they're all about more, right next to Zylstra Automotive and in front of Zylstra Performance Products at 2222 East Main, Visalia.
Let's say you're driving and all the other cars disappear. Stop signs are no more, detours have ended, errands are done. It's you and the wide open road. The top's down, the radio's on, and the tank is full. Let's go somewhere. No, let's go everywhere. Feel independent. Allied Auto Insurance, a nationwide company. On your side. Underwritten by Allied Insurance Companies and affiliates.
For personal professionals who care, call Valerie Machado or Dean Glass at DG Insurance, 733-0221 for Visalia, Tulare, and Hanford.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance. Here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270. Welcome to the Visalia Oaks pregame show on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270. And with a look in advance of today's game, here's Toby Hyde.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Rancho Cucamonga. It's the Visalia Oaks against the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Game 1 of a 3-game series tonight. The Quakes, of course, the affiliate of the California Angels, or the Angels of Los Angeles. Angels of somewhere. The Angels, at any rate. And tonight's starting pitching matchup features a pair of right-handers. Derek Feldkamp for Visalia. Feldkamp comes in with a record of 1-2 with a 7.04 ERA. And he will be opposed by right-hander Nick Green. Nick Green, good size, 6'4", 200 for the Angels organization out of Tifton, Georgia. And Green has been strong, 3-1 with a 3.51 ERA and 33 1/3 innings pitched. He struck out 28 and walked just 11, and that's his single most impressive number, a strikeout to walk ratio above 2.5. But he has been hittable, however, 33 1/3 innings and 41 hits allowed, so the Cal League hitting almost 300 against him, 299. It's the Visalia team that is leading the league in runs scored, 165 runs scored for the Oaks, but their pitching is second worst in the league at 5.18. And as they say, it is pitching that wins ball games, and it is the pitching that has come up a little short recently for Visalia, coming off a series where they scored 22 runs and won just one. They had a streak last week, sending to San Jose in the first couple games against Stockton. 9 runs scored in 3 straight games, and they won just one of them. So you can do the math. Back with starting lineups and first pitch right after this. The gorgeous epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga.
This is open the Visalia Oaks pregame show. Stay tuned for tonight's game up next here on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
For 60 years, you've included Best Western in your family's summer vacation. To say thank you, the Best Western hotels in California, Hawaii, and Nevada are offering you a limited edition $50 Best Western travel card and up to 20% off your stays with our baseball fan rate. Experience the best summer ever at the Best Western hotels in California, Hawaii, and Nevada. Because when you stay any 6 nights with us through August 19th, you'll receive a $50 travel card to use toward a future Best Western stay anywhere in the world, including the 338 hotels in California, Hawaii, and Nevada. And save up to 20% off with our baseball fan rate. Visit us today at bestwesternbaseball.com or call 866-743-8738. Remember to book the baseball fan rate.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is on the air and brought to you by DT Insurance and Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance. Visalia Oaks Baseball on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
Welcome back to Rancho Cucamonga. Toby Hyde getting you ready for the start of a 3-game series. The Oaks head south, and it's a 3-game series against the Quakes. It'll be a quick one. Visalia comes in at 12-19. Fernando Perez, the switch-hitting speedster center fielder, leads off for manager Joe Zeckley. These are the Family Healthcare Network starting lineups. Choose the one where family comes first. Batting second and playing shortstop, Reid Brignac, up to number 2 in the league with a .361 average. Sean Cumberland hits third and plays right field for Visalia. Josh Arhart, the catcher, moves back to his cleanup spot position. John Jaso, the designated hitter who's been hitting very well recently, is the DH. And Jaso hits fifth. Chris Nowak, the big first baseman, also a couple big RBI games against Stockton over the weekend, hits sixth. Pat Breen swings seventh and plays left field for Visalia. Josh Asanovich hits eighth and plays second base for the Oaks, and polishing off the Visalia order, third baseman Pat Cottrell. Meanwhile, for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes and manager Bobby Mitchell, Nate Sutton leads off. He plays second base for the Quakes. Hitting second at first, Cliff Remley. Sean Rodriguez plays shortstop and hits third. Michael Collins is the catcher in the cleanup spot. Ben Johnson is in right field. He bats fifth. Baltazar Lopez is the designated hitter, swinging sixth. Freddy Sandoval is at third base for Rancho Cucamonga. He bats seventh, hitting eighth. The left fielder, Drew Toussaint. And polishing off the Quakes order, the center fielder, a left-handed hitter, Josh LeBlanc. So again, the starting lineup for the Visalia Oaks: Perez, Brignac, Cumberland, Arhart, Jaso, Nowak, Breen, Asanovich, Cottrell. And for the Quakes, Sutton, Remley, Rodriguez, Collins, Johnson, Lopez, Sandoval, Toussaint, and LeBlanc. The right-hander Green is ready to roll. And we are ready to roll. Fernando Perez ready to start things off. He will bat from the left side against the right-hander. The Quakes in the home whites, a vest type jersey with Quakes in yellow script across the front, trimmed in blue, black sleeves, black hats with the new Quakes logo. And the first pitch, our Howie & Sons first delivery, is at 7:08 in the p.m. Howie & Sons, the official pizza of Recreation Park, located on South Mooney. You can get your Howie & Sons pizza delivered fresh and hot. And the second pitch catches our umpire, who whips off the mask to show his pain. And He is in pain at 0-2. What's up the Quakes defense for you? Toussaint is in left field. LeBlanc in center. Around in right, Ben Johnson. On the infield for Rancho. At third base, Sandoval. The shortstop is Rodriguez. Playing second, Nate Sutton. And first, Cliff Remole. Behind the dish, Michael Collins catching the right-hander, Nick Green. Green ahead of Fernando Perez, 0-2, just underway. The right-hander home, and the fastball is lined over shortstop and into left center field. A base hit for Fernando Perez around first and stopping right there. And Perez's hot streak continues. He is on to begin the ball game. Perez has is tied for fifth in the league in stolen bases. He's got 8. He's been caught a number of times. He can run with anybody, and he's at first. Always a potential to run. On for Reid Brignac, and Brignac off to a terrific start to the 06 baseball season. The youngest Oak. Brignac bats from the left side, hitting .361. Green off the first base side of the rubber comes home, and the fastball misses outside, ball 1. Brignac complements that .361 average with a .412 on base and a .574 slugging percentage, 6 doubles, a triple, and 6 bombs. 25 driven in, among the league leader in a lot of categories. Number 4 in the league with his 6 home runs, trailing a couple of his teammates, Breen and Cumberland. Second in the league with those 25 ribbies. Low, change up, 2 balls and no strikes. And Brignac is doing it as one of the absolute youngest players on the team. He won't turn 21 until next January. So he plays this entire season as a 20-year-old. 6'3", 170 is listed size, great size, from Santa Monica, Louisiana. Perez at first, the 2-0. Change up flutters away. 3 balls and no strikes to Reid Brignac. And the other really a remarkable thing about the season that Brignac is putting together is that he plays every day. He doesn't need any days off. So he's got some strength to him. Waiting on the 3-0. And that hits the outside corner with the heater. 3-1. Manager Joe Zeckley coaches third for the Oaks. The hitting coach Manny Castillo, stopwatch in hand, is at first base. This is a beautiful ballpark. 330 in each corner down the line. Center field, a shade over 400 straight away. A 400 marker sits on the edge of the batter's eye. 375 into the left field gap. Similar distance to right field. There's a big video board in right field and a smaller line score in left. The 3-1, Perez bluffs to go, and Brignac hits it high and hard into left center field. Toussaint and LeBlanc on the run at the warning track, and it's the left fielder Toussaint making the running catch to take extra bases away from Reid Brignac. And that is the first out recorded by Nick Green tonight. That was a nice running catch. Brignac drives it very well the other way. 1 out, and Perez at first, just underway. The Oaks, of course, wearing the road gray uniforms, maroon Visalia and script across the chest, maroon numeral beneath, and the lower left corner of the front of the jersey, big number on the back, and 1 out, and Perez at first, just underway from the epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga. And Sean Cumberland bats from the left side. He's got Fernando Perez at first. He's got a strong lead there. He bluffs to go, and Green held him. Green did a nice job. Green stayed in the set so long that he got Perez to show that Perez wanted to go there. He took a step, and he was too quick with it. Now Perez has to retreat sheepishly to the bag. Let's see if he wants to go anyway on this first offering to Cumberland. A throw over, and Perez dives back to the base. You can throw out Fernando Perez. He's been caught 6 times. That leads Visalia. Visalia is last in the league in stealing bases. Excuse me, second to last. High Desert is absolutely last. There he goes, and Cumberland takes a strike down the middle. The throw to second is not nearly in time. A stolen base for Fernando Perez. He went in with a foot-first slide that time. The throw is off to the second base, off the second base to the first base side. And now Cumberland in a position to score Fernando Perez with a single. On the year, Sean Cumberland hitting .234, 320 on base, .450 slugging. 7 home runs ties him with the league lead. The 0-1 is hit high in the air, deep to right field. Going back, Johnson on the warning track, looking up off the top of the wall. That's out of here. A 2-run home run for Sean Cumberland, and the Oaks lead 2-0. That's Cumberland's ace of the year, and Sean Cumberland has just picked up RBIs 25 and 26. A Classic Charter round tripper. Classic Charter, the official bus company of the Visalia Oaks. Use Classic Charter for all of your chartering needs. And Cumberland, who had been skidding, might just have snapped out of it, knocking it off the top of the wall above a curves sign here. And it's 2-0 Visalia. From the right side, Arhart, he's got power, and he fouls it straight back. Arhart came back to the lineup after sustaining a concussion in Lancaster now almost 2 weeks ago. And he returned to the lineup this weekend with a bang. The 0-1. Below the knees, 1 ball and 1 strike. He was 2 for 4 Sunday. He was 4 for 7 against Stockton with 2 home runs. He had 2 solo shots in his first game back as a DH Saturday night. Waiting on the 1-1 from Green, bounce towards the left side, playing it moving backwards. The third baseman Sandoval cuts it off, throws across the diamond, and retires Arhart. 2 outs and nobody on, top of the first. The Oaks lead 2-0 on the Cumberland 2-run home run. Rancho's got the large green mascot, Tremor, dancing around at first base. One of the more active mascots in the league. The base is clear for John Jaso. Jaso, the designated hitter, twitchy stance, left side, takes fastball high, ball 1. Jaso has the average up to 350, 419 on base, 475 slugging. 7 doubles and a home run for Jaso, just 10 driven in. Strike with the change at the knees, 1-1. Jaso now number 6 in the league with that 350 average. Number 5 in the league with a 419 on base. The 1-1 from Green, round ball towards the middle of the diamond, ranging wide to shortstop. Knocks it down, dives behind the second base bag, throws over to first base, but not in time as Jaso beats it out, an infield hit. A strong play as Sean Rodriguez shows off his range. He was not able to get to his feet in time to throw out Jaso. That was impressive. The ball certainly rolls slower here on this lush carpet of grass than it does at Visalia's Recreation Park, which is already very fast and will only get faster as the summer gets warmer and hotter. But this is one of the best maintained fields in the league. It's a city facility. Jaso at first, and Chris Nowak stands in from the right side. He takes curveball strike 1. To my memory, that's the first curveball strike from Nick Green. Nick Green, 6'4", 200. He'll turn 22 later this summer in August. The 35th round draft pick in 2004. His work last summer for Cedar Rapids of the Midwest League. So he's a guy that many of these Oaks hitters have seen before. The 0-1. Nowak bounces this softly towards third. Sandoval plays it very deep along the foul line. A long throw towards first, and he beats Nowak by inches at the first base bag. That'll do it for the Oaks in the first, but Visalia goes in front on a 2-run Sean Cumberland home run. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and a man left on base. After half an inning of play, it's the Oaks 2 and the Quakes coming to bat. Back in a moment on AM 1270.
Sanders Motorsports Visalia is the place for your best deal on all Honda off-road and street motorcycles, quads, and personal watercraft. All the gear, clothing, and accessories to go with, too, from Fox, Thor, O'Neill, and No Fear. Plus, Sanders Motorsports full service and parts department right there to keep you on the road. Sanders Motorsports has all the Honda on- and off-road fun you can handle and all the great stuff you'll want to go with it. Sanders Motorsports, 2036 East Mineral King, Visalia. When life throws you a curveball, you want to be ready. Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance Services is an authorized independent agent for Blue Cross of California. California license number 0A96361. Blue Cross of California is an independent licensee of the Blue Cross Association. Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance Services can help you find a health plan that best fits your family or business. Hit a home run today by calling the Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance Services of California at 733-1181. Serving your insurance and financial needs for close to a century.
Face it, farming is one of the toughest businesses around, and changing weather conditions certainly don't help. John Hibler Weather Forecasting can make things a little easier for your agribusiness by providing you with detailed weather summaries. Specific ag-related weather information such as evapotranspiration rates, soil temperatures, wind conditions, and potential frost threats are included in the package. Call John Hibler Weather Forecasting today at 866-419-3590 to find out how to put John to work for your business. He can also be found on the World Wide Web at johnhibler.com.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by DG Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Welcome back. The Oaks lead 2-0 over the Quakes on the 2-run home run from Sean Cumberland, and Derek Feldkamp gets to work with a lead. Feldkamp has been up and down this season for Visalia, but he's coming off two of his better performances, two of his longer performances of the year. In fact, his last time out against San Jose, 5 2/3, 6 runs, 6 hits, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Was his longest of the year. He is 1-2 with a 7.04 ERA. 14 strikeouts against 15 walks in 23 innings. He's given up 36 hits. So the league hitting a whopping .353 against Derek Feldkamp, a right-hander out of the University of Michigan. Feldkamp, 6'4", 200, a native of Adrian, Michigan, and a 9th-round pick of the Devil Rays organization last June. Right-hander home, and he throws low, ball 1 to Nate Sutton. Fastball, curveball change, Feldkamp's assortment. The fastball this year has been sitting in the 88 to 90 mile an hour range. And he throws fastball low again, 2 balls and no strikes. Working to the leadoff man, Nate Sutton, already up 2-0. Sutton hitting .295 this year, 375 on base, 321 slugging. The 2-0. Took something off, and he dropped it in there at the knees, 2-1. Sutton's only extra base hit, 1 triple. Walked 10 times and struck out 20. The 2-1 from the righty Feldkamp. Low, 3 balls and a strike. That was the fastball. He's working to Nate Sutton, 6 feet 195 from Santa Cruz, California. The 3-1. Strike just under the letters. Santa Cruz famous for surfing, not so much for producing baseball players. But apparently Nate Sutton traded in the surfboard for a baseball bat. Feldkamp in the line. Hands never go above his shoulders. The 3-2. Line towards first base. Over the head of Nowak and into right field. That's a base hit for Sutton. Cumberland to it quickly and a strong throw towards second base. As the Quakes have their first base runner of the game. Feldkamp fell behind and Sutton made him pay. It's 2-0 Oaks, and Cliff Remley will bat. Remley, another left-handed batter against Derek Feldkamp. The Oaks defensively have Cottrell at third, Brignac at shortstop, Asanovich at second. Nowak holds on the runner at first. Allhard catching Derek Feldkamp. The right-hander on the way home, and he misses high, ball 1. Sean Cumberland is in right field for Visalia tonight. Fernando Perez in center, Pat Breen in left. Pretty standard. It's the way the Oaks go most nights. For the 1-0, a throw over towards first. There are 3 umpires on the field. The minor league umpires remain on strike. They rejected a proposed pay increase, a very significant pay increase as well. And it is the replacement ump. There are no new negotiations scheduled. This was the last thing I had heard. Feldkamp long step before the 1-0. Line towards center field. Softly, Perez in, and he's going to have to play on a couple hops. Around second, Sutton, and Perez did not play that ball cleanly. And Perez winds up, and he throws the ball towards Nowak at first, and he throws it into the stand. So everybody moves up a base. That was a poor decision from Fernando Perez to give Remley the base hit. And the only question is whether Fernando Perez gets 2 errors on the play, and he does. The first error, he didn't play it cleanly. He allowed Sutton to go to third. And then he decided to airmail the ball to first. You'd almost see Fernando Perez go through the thought process where he's like, I'm going to make up for my mistake and throw behind the guy to first. And, well, that's a poor decision. So Sutton scores. Remley at second base, and it's now 2-1. And the umpires are now conferencing, and they are going to advance Remley, not to second, but to third, as he gets 2 bases when the ball goes out of play. And he had already reached first safely, so they're essentially ruling that was 2 different plays. I think that's the right ruling. John Rodriguez, the shortstop, bats from the right side. Rodriguez, 10th in the league with a .339 average, takes low, ball 1. Rodriguez, .339 average, .381 on base, .523 slugging. 6 doubles, a triple, and 4 long balls for the right-handed hitting shortstop. The 1-0 is out to Cottrell. He plays it in his body. The run scores. The play is to first. Cottrell does that, but coming in to score Remily, and so much for the lead. It's 2-zip as the Quakes have tied it up in the bottom of the first. Well, that didn't take very long. It's now a 2-2 ball game. And we'll bring up the catcher, Michael Collins. Collins bats with 1 out and nobody on. Bottom of the first of a 2-2 game. Michael Collins hitting .351, 392 on base, 495 slugging. Right-hander fires high with the fastball. Collins' .351 average puts him 5th in the league. A little further forward in the box than the previous batter, the shortstop Rodriguez. Collins, 6'3", 215, an Australian from Canberra, Australia. 21 years old, he'll turn 22 in July. Hit well for Cedar Rapids a year ago. He bounces this foul up the first base side. With the Colonels a year ago, hit .320, 32 doubles, 3 triples, and 7 home runs. He also stole 16 bases, 2 balls and 1 strike from Michael Collins. Feldkamp gets his sign from Earhart. Now the two agree. And the 2-1 home. Swung on and missed, 2-2. So there are 3 umps out there, and they're presented by Visalia optometrist Dr. Stephen Theron from Treatment and Management of Eye Disease, comprehensive eye exams, and glasses in 1 hour. Dr. Stephen Theron has many ways to help you see better than the umpires. Call Dr. Stephen Theron to set up an appointment at 737-9690 or stop by his office in the Costco Shopping Center on South Mooney Boulevard. Earhart in the 2-2 as a fastball pops up behind home plate. Earhart with the mask off, hoping for a play near the screen, and it lands 5 rows deep. A fan decided not to put down the food, and so he didn't pick up a souvenir. That's a tough choice, I guess. You drop the food and go get the baseball or not, and the fan thought that the hot dog in his hand was more important than the potential of a souvenir. The Quakes logo, the Q with the shake marks around it, is located behind home plate on the grass here. The visitor bullpen is deep in the right field corner. The home bullpen is deep in the left field corner. The Oaks are on the first base side. The Quakes on the third base side of this beautiful stadium. The epicenter, Feldkamp home, low with a heater. 3-2. The flagpole is in right field towards the corner. There's an American flag, a California flag, and a white one that I do not recognize. The 3-2. Lifted off the right side, foul. Remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Collins has now wasted a couple 2-strike offerings from Derek Feldkamp. Feldkamp won his second to last start, his only victory of the year, 5 innings, 4 runs, and 7 hits. 3-2 to Michael Collins, the Australian catcher with Earhart in. Fastball low, ball 4. Feldkamp has given up at least 3 runs in every one of his starts. He's given up 4 runs 3 times, also 5 and 6. So he's still looking for his first quality start of the year, as it has been a struggle for Feldkamp. The Devil Rays organization skipped Feldkamp over low A. He was in Hudson Valley last year in short season A, and they skipped him over the Midwest League right here to the Cal League. He was a closer last year to limit wear and tear on his arm. He led that league with 15 saves. He comes set, and he comes home, and the left-handed swinging right fielder, Ben Johnson, fouls it off. Johnson a switch hitter, but bats from the left side against Derek Feldkamp. Working with Michael Collins at first, he just walked. Ben Johnson so far this year hitting .234, 280 on base, 390 slugging, 6 doubles and 2 home runs. Waiting on the 0-1 from Feldkamp with a runner at first who's running. The 0-1 is high. The throw down to second is also high. And Brignac has to climb the ladder to go get Earhart's throw. So Collins steals second base. He's a catcher who can run. That's his second stolen base of the year. The 30th of the year for Rancho. A team in the upper half in the league in terms of running. Lancaster leads the league with 40 stolen bases. They're also the league's worst team. Johnson waiting on the 0-1, trying to pick up a runner from second, lined down the first base side. He was ahead of the curveball. Now it's 0-2. Tomorrow, 7:05 first pitch. Thursday, 7:05 first pitch. The Oaks return home this weekend to face the Lancaster Jethawks. And then their first look at their division rivals, the Modesto Nuts, next week. The 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Feldkamp blows the fastball by Johnson, and he picks up his second out of the first inning. He's got Collins at second, and now coming to the plate, the designated hitter, Baltazar Lopez. It's a 2-2 game. Each team scoring twice in their half of the first. Rancho still batting and looking for more. Feldkamp looks back to second, and the right-hander offers home. And Lopez takes a changeup away, ball 1. Lopez hitting .326 in just 12 games, .388 on base, .442 slugging, 2 doubles and a home run, 7 driven home. Feldkamp a long look to second, and now home with the 1-0. Off speed, lined over second base, over Stanovich and into right field. Cumberland picks it off the grass around third. Collins, the throw is towards second. An RBI single for Lopez, and it is 3-2 Rancho. So it's been a rocky first inning for Derek Feldkamp. And he has not been helped out by his defense, but turns out these runs will be earned anyway. From the left side, Freddy Sandoval, the third baseman, takes fastball strike outside edge. Sandoval, another switch hitter. Like the man has 2 batters in front of him, Ben Johnson. Hitting with a runner at first, Lopez, and a throw over chases him back to the bag. Sandoval hitting .276, .379 on base, .408 slugging. No balls and a strike from Derek Feldkamp, now down 3-2. The right-hander looks over his shoulder and home and swung on and missed. He had Sandoval out in front of a changeup. Sutton singled. Remily singled. Fernando Perez did not take it cleanly off the grass, and Sutton was going to go to third on the center fielder's error. And then Perez, a very poor decision, threw back to first to try to pick off Remily. And the throw was errant. It cascaded into the seats, so Sutton scored, and Remily ended at third. Remily came home on a ground down from Sean Rodriguez. Strike 3 called at the knees. Sandoval is rung up, and Feldkamp gets out of the first inning, but not before the Quakes regain the lead with 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left on. End of 1, it's 3-2 Rancho. Back in a moment on AM 1270.
Let me show you the new house, Louise.
Call me Mom, dear. Beautiful bathroom. Oh, your shower's so clean.
Thanks.
What's this gizmo hanging from the shower head?
That's the new Scrubbing Bubbles automatic shower cleaner. Robert bought it for me.
My son bought his wife a shower cleaner?
No, I love it. And Robert uses it, too.
Robert cleans the shower? I can't get his father to lift a finger.
Actually, with the Scrubbing Bubbles automatic shower cleaner, all you have to do is lift a finger. The last one to take a shower just pushes this button and walks away.
No scrubbing?
Nope.
The automatic shower cleaner sprays the tub, tile, curtain, or glass with a special scrubbing bubbles cleaner. It cleans a dirty shower in days. Keeps the clean shower clean from day one.
An automatic shower cleaner. What will they think of next?
How about an automatic toilet seat putter downer?
I want one of those, too.
The new Scrubbing Bubbles automatic shower cleaner. It's like having a maid for your shower. S.C. Johnson, a family company. Get a $5 off coupon at automaticshowercleaner.com.
You need a compact tractor that meets your daily demands without fail. The Massey Ferguson 1500 series provides reliability and comfort at a price that meets the bottom line. With 7 models, find the compact that's right for you. 22.5 to 52 horsepower, 4 transmission types, cab, mower, backhoe, loader, and landscape tool options. The possibilities are endless. And a flip-up hood makes servicing quick and easy. Get the job done fast. Get it done with ease. Test drive the MF 1500 series today at Farmers Tractor and Equipment Company in Porterville and get the job done right.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance. Here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Bottom third of the Oaks order in the second. Green home, and Breen takes strike one. Patrick Breen this year hitting .274, 346 on base, 568 slugging, 7 doubles and 7 long balls. The 0-1 from the righty is fouled into the screen. Now it's 0-2. He got that in on Breen's hands. Breen entered today, tied with teammate Sean Cumberland with 7 home runs atop the league lead. Cumberland already has one, so Breen now ties for second. The 0-2 off speed, fouled into the screen. It's still no balls and 2 strikes. That was the curveball from Breen. He did not get it as far down as he would like. Patrick Breen, 6'3", 215 from Santa Ana, California. A Southern California guy, so could well have friends and family in the audience tonight. He'll be 24 in June. A 21st round pick in 04, the 0-2. Off the hands again into the screen. He's wasted 2 offerings in a row. Coming off a 1-for-3 day Sunday with a walk and a run driven in. The 0-2 inside and low. He steps out of the way. It's a ball and 2 strikes. He had a pretty good series against Stockton overall, 4 for 12. A couple weeks ago, Breen was struggling with a hip problem, but I haven't heard too much about it, so it's progressing nicely. The 1-2 off speed, he lunges for it, and he just stays alive, knocking the changeup out into the dirt. A ball and 2 strikes. The outfield plays Breen straight up. Thanks so much for joining us on AM 1270. It's a 3-2 game. The Oaks trail high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Breen. The Oaks 2 in the top of the first. The Quakes 3 in the bottom frame of the frame. Low. 3 balls and 2 strikes with the fastball. And the count runs full to Patrick Breen. Now the payoff. The man leading off the second. And he checks his swing, and they appeal, and they punch him out at third base. Breen doesn't realize yet. He thought he held his swing, but he is ruled to have swung. He's not going to be happy about that call. Not at all. But that is the first out of the second inning. And the first strikeout for Nick Green. And Asanovich lines this into a right center field gap that is down and rolling towards the wall. Asanovich around first, thinking extras. He cruises towards second, and he pull up there with a stand-up double with 1 out and nobody on. And now there is somebody on. Asanovich lines the fastball to the opposite field. And the Oaks have the tying run. Or the potential tying run. Pat Cottrell will try to bring him home. Pat Cottrell. 232 average, 263 on base, 368 slugging. 2 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. He's got some pop. A quick fielding infielder, and he fouls the fastball back 0-1. A free swinging infielder as well. 5'11", 165 from Chatham, Alabama. Cottrell, 24 years old, a 33rd rounder in 04. It's a very young Oaks team. Cottrell, one of the few position players who plays every day, who is already 24. No balls and 1 strike. Green looks back to second. Asanovich hopping around. The best ball. This is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pat Cottrell 0 for 4 on Sunday against Stockton. Still was 4 for 13 in that series, however. The 1-1 lined into the screen. It's 1-2. He slowed down over the final couple series of that road trip. Just 2 for 15 in Inland Empire and San Jose. As a result, the average down. He's an aggressive hitter. He swings early and often. The 1-2, and he fouls the slider off. Remains a ball and 2 strikes. Asanovich doubled. He's at second. The Oaks trail 3-2. 1 out in the top of the second inning. It was sunny this afternoon. Sort of not a blue sky, a gray sky. Trell waiting on the 1-2, and it's gray now. The wind is blowing out towards right field. The grandstand lined with colorful flags here all the way around. And the 1-2. Reaches for it, and he bounces this toward third. Big hop at third. Sandoval stays with it. Low throw to first, and he gets it to Remily by a step in front of Cottrell. That's the second out. Since it was to third base, Asanovich has a hold at second base, and now it'll take a 2-out base hit from Fernando Perez to bring home a run. Fernando Perez singled and came home on Cumberland's home run in the first. He also gave away a run defensively with a silly throw behind the runner to first from center field. And in Perez's case, you know he's smarter than that. Waiting from the left side against the right-hander Green, he swings through a changeup, strike 1. Fernando Perez, an all-Ivy selection in 2004, attended Columbia. His 7th-round draft status makes him the highest drafted player ever to don the Columbia Lions uniform. Changeup stays high, and he lays off 1-1. Picked by the Devil Rays in 2004, Fernando Perez listed at 6'1", 195. Solidly built, muscular and fast. The 1-1, down and in, 2 balls and a strike. Fernando Perez, 23 years old, learning to switch hit. It's a very late time in his career, also at age 23 and in the high A level, to learn to switch hit. But the Devil Rays think Perez can handle it. The 2-1. Lined towards shortstop, over the head of Rodriguez and into left field. Zekley waves around Asanovich. The throw home is in time, and Asanovich punched out at home plate. Nice job by Collins to go get that high throw and tag out Asanovich. And that is how the second inning ends for Visalia. For the Oaks in the inning, no runs. 2 base hits. No errors and 1 man left on. Middle of the second, it's 3-2 Quakes. Back in a moment on AM 1270.
If you want your car to perform at its highest level, take it to the advanced emissions specialist at California Smog of Visalia. The technicians are ASC certified, and they can work on all types of cars, including foreign, domestic, Asian, and European automobiles. Stop by and find out why California Smog of Visalia is Tulare County's #1 choice for quality smog and auto repair. And tell them you listen to Classic Country AM 1270, and you can qualify for their $21.75 smog inspection special. California Smog of Visalia, located at the corner of Asequia and Bradley in Visalia. Be sure to call them today at 734-SMOG. They're a proud sponsor of Visalia Oaks Baseball.
Hello, I'm Louisiana Secretary of State Al Avis. If you're a displaced Louisiana citizen because of Hurricane Katrina or Rita and you want to vote in the upcoming election, please call our elections hotline or visit our website. For more information on how to check your current registration status, register to vote, or to vote, contact our office at 1-800-883-2805 or visit our website at www.sos.louisiana.gov.
This message brought to you by the Louisiana Secretary of State's office.
In Shape City Visalia is your hometown fitness team. Contact In Shape City now for a free day pass and see for yourself what everyone is talking about. Indoor and outdoor pools, tons of free weights, huge cardio center with big screen TVs, awesome kids club and rock climbing wall, juice bar, and a gorgeous facility that will keep you coming back for more. Call 741-1700 for your free day pass today. 741-1700. In Shape City, Visalia.
Search in the Class C Club for details.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by DG Insurance. Here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Welcome back to the epicenter in Rancho, Cucamonga. It's a 3-2 game. The Quakes lead the Oaks. Visalia, runner thrown out at the plate. A nice throw from left field as Drew Toussaint got it home in enough time to retire Josh Isanovich. And what do you know? The bottom of the second begins with Drew Toussaint leading off, followed by Josh LeBlanc and Nate Sutton. 8, 9, and 1 in the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes batting order. Last night, a very slow day in the Cowboys. Bakersfield 4-3 over High Desert, the only action. The win for Rodriguez, the loss for Nate Moore. Feldkamp home, and this is bounced toward third foul, 0-1 immediately against Drew Toussaint. For the year, hitting a $198, 300 on base, 354 slugging. He's walked 12 times in 27 games. No balls and one strike, and a delay while the ball ricochets back onto the field to play. However, a full slate of games in the league tonight. Lancaster at San Jose. Inland Empire at Modesto. Lake Elsinore visits Stockton, and High Desert is at Bakersfield. No balls and one strike. The count to Drew Toussaint, the left fielder for the Quakes, leading off the bottom of the second, the 0-1. Feldkamp misses the curveball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The righty into the line, swung on and missed. That was a good breaking ball. Now it's 1-2 to Drew Toussaint. Toussaint, 6'2", 175 from Los Angeles. The 13th round pick in 04. 23 years old. The 1-2 from Feldkamp. Bounce towards first base. No walk. Has it slam and by him and into right field. He tried to play a very tricky in-between hop. He made the stab and he played it off to the side. And that'll go as an error on Chris Nowak. Well, you know, that's already the 3rd error of the game on the Visalia Oaks. The line score reads 2 runs, 5 hits, and 3 errors. The Quakes, 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Nowak, I think a guy scarred a little bit by playing every day at Recreation Park. Center fielder Josh LeBlanc. That's from the 9-holer. Left-handed batter, and Feldkamp fires over to first. Pretty close play, actually, but getting the hand in there, Toussaint. Toussaint has 1 stolen base on the year. The batter at the plate, LeBlanc. A 195 hitter, 283 on base, 305 slugging. Arhart steps up near the outside part of the plate. Feldkamp home, and the fastball is popped off the hand. 0-1. Cottrell is in on the grass at third against the speed of LeBlanc. 2 errors on Fernando Perez already. Well, Perez having a good night with the stick, 2 for 2. An error on Nowak. I think he's scarred by Recreation Park's infield. Feldkamp over and out at first base. Drew Toussaint. And Toussaint doesn't like that call. As Derek Feldkamp picks off Drew Toussaint. 1 out and now nobody on in the bottom of the second. Quakes lead by a run, but the base is clear for LeBlanc. Feldkamp's ahead in the count 0-1. They're going to settle in after a rocky first. He and Arhart get together on the sign. And the right-hander's fastball is swung on and missed. 0-2. And what I mean by no walk in the infield is that he's used to getting bad bounces so often. It's created a situation where he's gotten into some really bad habits. The 0-2, high with the heater, a ball and 2 strikes. Instead of feeling the comfort to know he'll get true bounces, he'll play it moving forward. He's tentative. That ball he should have charged and played moving forward, and then underhand flips the pitcher. The 1-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. Feldkamp blows away LeBlanc. Rather, he tried to cut it off on the angle instead of playing it moving forward and make a tricky stab rather than getting in front of it. It was not an easy play, but a play that you certainly expect a minor league first baseman to be able to make. 2 outs and nobody on. Back to the top of the order. Second baseman Nate Sutton bouncing this ball towards Nowak. This one he plays moving forward, and this one he takes the bag nice and easy. And Sutton is retired on 1 pitch, and that's how the second inning ends for the Quakes. For Rancho, no runs, no hits. There was an error, and nobody left on. 2 in the books at the epicenter. It's 3-2 Quakes.
At Visalia Honda, we're also celebrating the opening of the newest Grupetti Automotive dealership with some special values of our own. Right now, at Burke and Mineral King, take advantage of a remarkable selection with a rare shipment of 30 brand new 2006 Accords. That includes a special lease offer on 8 Accord LXs, plus the arrival of 11 hard-to-find all-new 2006 Honda Ridgeline pickups. Visalia Honda has a special limited-time lease offer on 5 Ridgeline RTS 4-wheel drive models. Or, for great utility and family hauling, the Element, the Pilot, the Odyssey, and the all-new CRV. A great new lineup of new 2006 Hondas just in time for another Grupetti Automotive grand opening celebration. So we get to celebrate too, right now at the South Valley's Honda headquarters at Burke and Mineral King. Visalia Honda and Grupetti Automotive. Count on us.
Idea Printing and Graphics, the proud sponsor of Visalia Oaks Baseball. Family-owned and operated commercial quick printers serving the Valley for over 28 years. Dedicated to providing the best traditional and cutting-edge printing. From business cards to billboards, whether you want the simplest black and white flyer or full-color brochures, custom vehicle graphics for a 30-foot trade show display. Idea Printing and Graphics is your one-stop full-service source for everything printed. Call 733-4149 or on the web at VisaliaIdea.com. Stop by the office Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, located 2 blocks east of the DMV at 1921 East Main Street.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Top of the third. And Reid Brignac to start things off for Visalia. And Brignac takes low, ball 1. Brignac, Cumberland, and Arhart, 2, 3, and 4. In the lineup, Brignac struck it well his first time, lining out deep to left center field. The 1-0 is off the hands into the screen, 1-1. And took a tremendous running catch by Drew Toussaint out there and left. Drew Toussaint's already having a good defensive game. That running catch deep in the gap, and then throwing out Asanovich to the plate, the 1-1. And this is lined down the left field, line slicing, and that's going to be a fair ball and rolling towards the corner. Brignac around first, rolls towards second. A turn there, thinks about 3, but then comes to a stop, and Reid Brignac has begun the third with a double down the left field line. He sliced that thing into the corner. And again, the Oaks have the potential tying run at second base for Reid Brignac. That's his 7th double of the year. And his 14th extra base hit. Puts him in the league's top 10. From the left side, the right fielder, Sean Cumberland, the man responsible for the Oaks runs tonight. Green home, and the off-speed is lifted in the air to left field. Straight away, Toussaint now coming in. Still coming in slowly, and he makes the grab. Cumberland, first pitch swinging, flies out the other way. The 3-2 game, the Quakes out in front, and Josh Arhart, who grounded out to third base his first time. Deep in the box from the right side. Brignac at second, Green home, and it's fought off as he pushes the fastball the other way foul. Arhart, 6'1", 240 from Garden Grove, California. Now 26 years old. Hitting an even 200 on the year, although that's steadily on the rise. He just started to get into his flow back before he sustained that concussion. The 0-1, he lines the foul again, 0-2. And he's hit well since returning. 250 on base, 433 slugging. He's got 4 home runs already. Green gets a visit from his catcher, Collins. 2 strikes, 1 out. The runner at second, Brignac. He doubled down the left field line. To begin this frame, Arhart, a former UCLA Bruin. Waiting on the 0-2 from Nick Green. The right-hander into the line, and the fastball swung on and missed. Strike 3. He got Arhart started in that at-bat with some sliders, and they threw the fastball by him, his second strikeout of the evening. And with 2 outs, John Jaso will try to bring home Reid Brignac from second base. We have been to Rancho Cucamonga and seen mountains at times. Today, the sky's so hazy you can just barely make out the outline of the mountains in the distance. Jaso swings through a changeup, strike one. The outfield wall ringed with trees. It's a city-owned facility, one of the big, gorgeous ballparks in the Cal League Southern Division. Jaso waiting on the 0-1 from Green, and the fastball with a strike on the inside corner. 0-2 to John Jaso. Jaso's really got it going recently. Up among the league leaders in average and on base, a 5-game hit streak for Jaso. The 0-2 bounced weakly right side, charging the second baseman Sutton. Short throw to first, 40 feet. Jaso was retired, and that'll do it for the Oaks in their half of the third, as Brignac doubles the lead off the frame, and then no one can bring him home. No runs, a base hit, no errors, and a man left on. Middle of the third, it's 3-2 Quakes. Back in a moment on AM 1270.
When it comes to maximum adrenaline for minimum cash, nobody beats your Yamaha dealer. Right now, you can get on a brand new electronic start TTR 230, TTR 125 LE, or TTR 50E for only $39 a month. How about a Raptor ATV then 50, 80, or 350? Maybe a Vino Classic or Vino 125 scooter. 2-wheel or 4, off-road or on. Right now, any new Yamaha price under $5,000 can be yours for just $39 a month for a full 24 months. Get down to D&E Yamaha, Visalia now, and get your juices flowing. Visit D&E Yamaha, located at 1745 East Mineral King, Visalia, and take advantage of this great offer and their full line of accessories for all Yamaha bikes. D&E Yamaha, your exclusive Yamaha dealer. On your approved Yamaha credit card purchase. APR 7.9% for 24 months. After promotion period, standard grade APRs are 12.99, 16.99, 18.99, or 22.99%. Default rate 24.99% APR. Minimum finance charge $1. Offer good through May 31st, 2006. See your dealer for ATV age recommendations. For safety and training information, call the ATV Safety Institute at 1-800-887-2287.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Metcalf, pastor of First Baptist Church in Tulare. It's my privilege to share with you practical truths for living from God's Word every Sunday morning, 8 to 8:30 a.m. Please join me this Sunday and start your week with some thoughts that can brighten your life.
This week, Pastor Bob notes that Jesus challenges us to simple acts of service and kindness to others. Join this week as we consider what life might be if we seriously try to apply this teaching. Listen this Sunday, 8 to 8:30 a.m., and then again Wednesday from 11 to 11:30 p.m. here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by DG Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Welcome back to the epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga. It's 3-2 Quakes, bottom of the third. The Oaks are back home this weekend as they begin a 6-game homestand. Certainly hope to see you at the ballpark. 625-0480, your number for tickets online at the all-new OaksBaseball.com. 2, 3, and 4, Remily, Rodriguez, and Collins. For Rancho in the third. 2, 3, and 4 against Derek Feldkamp. The lights are on. This is a very hazy day down here. Not a lot of visibility, and dust is falling. It's getting darker. Feldkamp into the line, the right-hander home, and it's grounded on the right side. No walk range is wide. It dives, and he can't get it. It's under him and in the right field. Remley is now 2 for 2 with a couple singles. And for the third inning in a row, the Quakes have the leadoff man on against Derek Feldkamp, who will now work for the shortstop, Sean Rodriguez. Rodriguez grounded out his first time up. Rodriguez waiting from the right side. Against the right-hander, Feldkamp. Nowak holds on the runner at first. And the fastball misses the outside corner, ball one. After Rodriguez is Collins. Remley's at first in a one-run game, bottom of the third. Friday, player poster giveaway presented by Ideographics. Curveball misses off the outside corner. 2 balls and no strike. It's a curveball from Feldkamp, although he certainly has a tendency to have it get like a slider on him. As a pitching coach might say, it gets swervy. The right-hander looks in the 2-0. Bounce towards third. Cottrell to second. And Osanovich to first. That's a double play. That double play around the horn 5-4-3, brought to you by BSE Rent, the official equipment supplier of the Visalia Oaks. 2 outs and the base is empty in the third, and here's the catcher, Michael Collins. Collins walked his first time up, stole second, and came home on Baltazar Lopez's RBI single. He scored the third run of that first inning against Feldkamp. And the right-hander home. That's a strike. 0-1 with the fastball. Feldkamp has had a lot of trouble in the first inning, with an ERA of 9.53 in first innings this year. Bouncing ball right side foul, 0-2. Cal Leaguers have hit .472 in that first inning against Derek Feldkamp. The ERA doesn't even capture the full extent of the damage, because the 5 runs he allowed in Stockton all were unearned. So it's runs per game, if you want to think about it that way, of way over 10. And the 0-2 on the way to Collins. High with the fastball, a ball and 2 strikes. Feldkamp wears the uniform very baggy, as baggy as you'll ever see out of a ball player. The pants baggy, the uniform shirt baggy. He's a guy also who has switched numbers a lot. He started with 44, then he went to 24 when Leandro left, and now he's wearing 35. Right-hander home, the fastball runs inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's working to the catcher, Collins, with 2 outs and the bases clear. The Oaks down a run in the bottom of the third. Here comes the 2-2. In the dirt with the fastball, 3-2 from Derek Feldkamp. Feldkamp has had to work hard in the early going. 33 pitches for 2 innings. With the off day yesterday, the Oaks bullpen should be nearly fully rested. And you would think everybody available tonight. The Oaks got their runs on a 2-run home run from Sean Cumberland. Feldkamp to the line, and the payoff pitch. Fouled straight back off to our right. There are a series of sweeps. This is it. Stadium, one of my favorites in the league to come to. The lower section, about 10 rows, and then there's a concourse walkway in the main grandstand area. Another about 15 rows and up to the press box, accessible by elevator from the back. The 3-2 is lined over second base into center field. Collins had that one come in on his hands, but he was able to fight it off into center field. A 2-out base runner against Feldkamp, who will work to the right fielder, Ben Johnson. There is a big barbecue deck and picnic area in the right field side, right up next to the field of play, and a big barbecue and picnic area along the left side. General admission bleacher seating in the outfield corners, facing back to the field of play. Johnson from the left side, the switch hitter, way off the plate, takes fastball, high, ball 1. The runner at first is Michael Collins. There's a video board in right field with the line score, ball strikes and out, and a couple lines that also display the batter's name and relevant stats. And there's a secondary scoreboard in the left field, throw over to first base, with the Quakes logo in script across the top of the scoreboard. And the line score, runs, hits, errors for both teams, and balls and strikes. There are a couple teams in the league now with 2 scoreboards. This is one of them. The 1-0, high and away, 2 balls and no strikes. And the press box sits right behind home plate on atop the seating area, and there are suites up here as well. It's a real nice place to watch a game. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs and Collins at first. Feldkamp home, fastball high, 3-0. While waiting for that pitch, the right fielder Johnson flexes the arms and brings the elbows back and forth together. Feldkamp struck him out swinging his first time. Feldkamp has struck out 2. He's helped out by a double play ball in the inning, giving up 2 hits in the frame. And the 3-0. taking all the way. Feldkamp takes something off and catches the outside corner. The Quakes are managed by Bobby Mitchell. The hitting coach, Craig Gerbeck, and the pitching coach is Eric Bennett. Worked in this league a year ago. A long step before the 3-1. Here it comes. It's high ball 4. Feldkamp walks Johnson. It's the second walk he has issued tonight. And now with runners at first and second and 2 outs, Oaks pitching coach Marty DeMeritt hobbling out of the dugout. This is a little bit of a long walk for DeMeritt. DeMeritt's got the boot on his left Achilles, and that is a problem that is just not getting better. And frustrating for DeMeritt, a very avid runner that, well, he's not even close to at full strength. DeMeritt talking sternly to Feldkamp. They've had a couple meetings where DeMeritt has had stern words for his right-handed pitcher. And Feldkamp doing all of the listening from Marty DeMeritt, who ends the mound meeting with a clap and trudges off the field. At second, Collins, a catcher who runs very well, stole a base his first time on. At first, Ben Johnson. And at the plate, the designated hitter, Balthazar Lopez. Balthazar Lopez drove home a run his first time up with a single to right field. Very deep in the box from the left side, nearly straight up and down. Feldkamp's fastball runs high, ball 1. Feldkamp works primarily with that fastball. He gets a little straight, but generally a two-seamer that has a little bit of arm side run to it. 1 ball and no strikes. Feldkamp steps off. Let's slow this party down. And he asks for time, and he gets it behind the mound. He's going to take a little walk. Not go to the rosin bag. He's wearing long black sleeves tonight on a very comfortable evening. Lots of fans wearing long sleeves or light jackets here in Southern California. Rancho Cucamonga, it's about due east L.A. Right on the 15. About a half hour north of San Bernardino. And the 1-0. Fastball, strike outside half. That's a dangerous spot just above the belt, outer half. But Lopez took it for strike 1 in the at-bat. Lopez this year, 2 doubles and a home run, 7 driven in coming into the day. Fastball low. Feldkamp tried to go to the outside corner again, and he tried to drop it down in the zone. And Lopez was having none of it. 2 balls and 1 strike. The runners take their leads from first and second. Feldkamp offers, low again. 3-1, and now he's having control problems. Lopez on a 4-game hit streak. He was 2 for 5 on Sunday afternoon. Feldkamp looks to second, and the right-hander home 3-1. Ground ball left side. Brignac dives, comes up with a baseball. His throw is to first, and he got him. Oh, that was a very nice play from Reid Brignac into the slide, and he throws out Lopez at first base. And he gets Feldkamp out of the third. For the Quakes, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. End of 3 in Rancho Cucamonga. It's Quake 3 and the Oaks 2. Back in a moment on AM 1270.
Did you ever think the lawn and yard would get a chance to dry out? Finally, the warm weather is here. It's time to fix damaged fences and decks with everything you'll need from the experts at Visalia Lumber. If you're building a new deck, consider the new composite wood-looking materials that look better than wood and need virtually no maintenance. Your yard has burst into a jungle of growing things and will continue to do so as the weather stays hot. And everything for yard and garden is right there for you at Visalia Lumber. If you're considering a major remodel of some kind, bring the plans to Visalia Lumber and they'll give you a timely free estimate. If a replacement door is what you need, a Visalia Lumber Pro comes right to your home to measure your doorway precisely in order to show you which of their many pre-hung doors would work best for you. Visalia Lumber. More than lumber. Hardware, garden, hand and power tools. Service above all else for over 74 years. East of downtown Visalia at Ben Maddox and Center Street.
The photos of your trip to Canada are in the bedroom. Pictures from your vacation in New York are in the hall. Your wine country photos are on the fridge. And you have such confidence in your insurance you've left it all behind. For a road trip to Vegas. Feel independent. Allied Homeowners and Auto Insurance, a nationwide company. On your side. Underwritten by Allied Insurance Companies and Affiliates.
For personal professionals who care, call Valerie Machado or Dean Glass at DG Insurance, 733-0221 for Visalia, Tulare, and Hanford.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance. Here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Top of the fourth inning, Nowak, Breen, and Nasanovich. 6, 7, and 8 in the Visalia batting order. Nowak grounded out to third his first time up. Nowak has gotten it going again. Right-hander Green home, fastball low, ball one. It's a 3-2 game. All the scoring in that first inning. The Oaks 2 in the top half. Quakes 3 in the bottom half. Nowak takes low. 2 balls and no strikes. He was 4 for 9 against Stockton with a couple doubles and 5 RBI. He's hit basically in each of his last 4 games. As Chris Nowak to raise the average to 300. The 2-0 is fouled into the screen. 2-1. 354 on base, 370 slugging, 7 doubles as extra base hits. He does not yet have a home run. 19 driven in, 4th on the Oaks. The 2-1. A ball strike, 2-2. He'll go gap to gap. Started to pull more balls aggressively towards third. A big right-handed batter at 6'5", 240, the 2-2. Fouled into the screen. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. A Wisconsin guy from Milwaukee. A 19th round pick in 2004 out of the University of South Carolina Spartanburg. Nowak leading off the top of the 4th inning here at the epicenter. 2-2 swung on and missed strike 3. Green gets him looking bad on the breaking ball. And Nowak talking to himself about it as he walks back to the dugout. The 3rd strikeout of the evening for Green. The only inning he did not strike anybody out was that first. Not coincidentally, it's the inning the Oaks scored a couple runs. Green will work against Patrick Breen. Breen struck out swinging his first time. Big league finals for you. Baltimore edged Detroit 7-6 with a run in the bottom of the 8th inning. Elvin Moore drives in the winning run there. Breen fouls it off his hand, straight back 0-1. The win for Hawkins, the loss Rodney, the save Ray, his ace. Oh, lots of home runs there. Detroit with Maglio Ordonez at 10. Breen waiting on the 0-1 from Green and halting two-part delivery. And the changeup is a strike, 0-2. Conine, Tejada, Mora, Gibbons for the victorious Birds. Boston all over the Yankees 14-3 today. The 0-2. Changeup outside, a ball and 2 strikes. The win for Beckett, the loss for the big unit. Boston takes over first place. They are now 20-12. Yankees 18-12. The 1-2 to Breen. Lunges for it, and he puts it into the screen. It remains a ball and 2 strikes. To Patrick Breen with 1 out and nobody on. In the 4th. Home runs, oh yes. Boston, Manny Ramirez, and Gonzalez. For the Yankees, Giambi is 11th. The 1-2 breaking ball low and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oakland edged Toronto. Toronto, a late comeback that came up short. 2 in the bottom of the 9th wasn't enough. 6-5 ACC. Blue Jays 2-2 to Breen. Swung on and missed strike 3. He went fishing looking for that changeup again, and he could not find it. 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 4th, and Josh Asanovich, the second baseman, Pat. Asanovich Lined a double into right field his first time up. Thrown out the plate trying to score on Fernando Perez's single. A win for Dan Herron in that Oakland victory. The loss Josh Towers of the Blue Jays. And front of his foul straight off over our heads. 0-1. Save for Houston Street. Back from that strained muscle. His fifth. Oakland's Adam Melhuse and Bobby Crosby went yard. Greg Zahn did the deed for the Jays. The 0-1 on the way to Estanovich. Slider low, 1 ball and 1 strike. The White Sox stayed hot. 9-1 over the Angels. Who's really skidding out 14-20. The 1-1. Slider strike 1 and 2. The win Garcia, the loss Greg. The White Sox has won 9 out of 11. Tomey went yard, Jermaine Dye went yard, Joe Creedy went yard for the slugging Sox. The 1-2 is fouled off the right side. It remains a ball and 2 strikes to Estanovich. Minnesota beat up on Texas 15-5. Texas' supposed ace there, Kevin Millwood, takes the defeat. The win for Silva, the save for Liriano is first. Morneau drives in 6. His 2 home runs. He's now with 8 on the year. Hank Blaylock a home run and Mensch in defeat for the Rangers. A long mound meeting going on. Estanovich waiting on the 1-2 and heading back behind the plate. Collins, he has said his piece, to Nick Green. Green's wine to the 1-2. Slider fouled off. Estanovich was late on him. He poked it foul. A defensive 2-strike swing. And when you use the term defensive 2-strike swing, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Hitters have to take defensive 2-strike swings to stay alive and count some foul balls off. The 1-2 high and tight. That'll wake up Estanovich as he bends out of the way of a fastball by his ears. Baseball America ranks Nick Green as the 29th best prospect in the Angel system. Last year, 3-3 in Cedar Rapids. The 2-2. Breaking ball bounced towards the middle, and he races out and snags it. Nice athletic play. He flicks over to first base to retire Estanovich. And the Oaks in the 4th. Visalia goes 3 up and 3 down. And the easiest inning yet for the big right-hander. Middle of the 4th. It's 3-2. Quakes back in the home.
For 60 years, you've included Best Western in your family's summer vacation. To say thank you, the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada are offering you a limited edition $50 Best Western travel card and up to 20% off your stays with our baseball fan rate. Experience the best summer ever at the Best Western hotels of California, Hawaii, and Nevada. Because when you stay any 6 nights with us through August 19th, you'll receive a $50 travel card to use toward a future Best Western stay anywhere in the world, including the 338 hotels in California, Hawaii, and Nevada. And save up to 20% off with our baseball fan rate. Visit us today at bestwesternbaseball.com or call 866-743-8738. Remember to book the baseball fan rate.
The following is brought to you by the National Council of Overly Ambitious Outdoor Projects. In our exhaustive research, we found the following. No one to date has managed to build a full-scale replica of the Great Wall of China, so there's still some ambitious outdoor projects out there. And to accomplish any one of them, we recommend a John Deere 4000 10 Series compact tractor, the toughest, most versatile small tractors ever made. Interested? Stop by Lawrence Tractor, your local John Deere dealer, in Visalia, Tipton, and Hanford.
Nothing runs like a deer.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by BG Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
3-2 game. The Quakes lead the Oaks. Bottom of the 4th against Derek Feldkamp, and you will see the bottom of the order. Sandoval, Toussaint, LeBlanc. Thinking about a bunt. Sandoval bounces it off a home plate, foul ball. Catcher Arhart gloves it. It is just about his normal position. 2 runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors for Visalia tonight. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for Rancho. Freddy Sandoval, a strikeout victim, looking his first time up. Feldkamp has struck out 3. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, none in the third. The right-hander pitches with a chain around his neck. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Sandoval chased the high fastball up. Sandoval, a 276 hitter, 379 on base, 408 slugging. This is a Quakes team. 4th in the league in batting average, hitting 281. 4th in the league in ERA, 386 in the dirt. They are 16 and 14, 2 games over 500. A game behind the division leaders, but in 4th place. How? The 2-1 low. 3 balls and 1 strike. The Inland Empire 66ers and the Lake Elsinore Storm matching 17 and 13 records. Excuse me, the count's 2 and 2. And the right-hander home, low, 3 and 2. High Desert, a half game back at 17 and 14. And Rancho at 16 and 14. So top 4 teams playing very even baseball and separated by just 1 game in the Southern Division. And the 3-2 home swung on and missed strike 3. Sandoval can't find Feldkamp's breaking ball, and Feldkamp picks up strikeout number 4. And that's the first out of the 4th inning. Finals in the National League. Philadelphia survived a wild one over the Mets 5-4 today. The Mets tied it up with 2 in the 9th off a Delgado blast. Fastball outside from Feldkamp. Ball 1 to the left fielder Drew Toussaint. But then pick up the win in the bottom of the 9th. The win for Gordon, the loss for Alan Heilman. Popped up right side. Charging, no walk. Behind home plate is Arhart with the mask off. And Josh Arhart the catch. 2 outs and nobody on in the 4th. But that's the 9th straight win for Philadelphia, which is now just 3 games back of New York for first place in the National League East. Pittsburgh 3-0 over Arizona. Ian Snell, 5 hits over 7 shutout innings. Picks up the win. The loss for Bautista, the save Gonzalez. Paulino, a home run for Pittsburgh. From the left side, Josh LeBlanc, the center fielder, lines this down the left side, placing away foul. 0-1. Washington beat up on Cincinnati 7-1. Jose Guillen a couple home runs. Soriano added 1. Matt LaCroix added 1. Ryan Zimmerman is 5th. Washington whipped by the long ball today. The 0-1 on the way to the left-handed hitting center fielder. Hit high in the air. Deep towards right center field. On the run, Perez at the wall, jumping, and that's out of here. A solo home run for Josh LeBlanc at the 4-2 game. For LeBlanc, that's his first home run of the year and his 11th RBI. As he pushes the Quakes' advantage to 2. Out to right center field. First home run of the night for Rancho. Speaking of home runs, Albert Pujols is 17th. As he led St. Louis past Colorado 4-2. Change-up load, ball 1 to Nate Sutton, the second baseman for Rancho. Wainwright the win, Mesa the loss to save Isringhausen is 9th. A 1-0, outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike, another changeup. From the right-hander, Feldkamp. Down 4-2, bottom of the 4th. Feldkamp winds, and the curveball swung on and missed. 1-2. Sutton's 1 for 2. He singled in the first. He grounded out in the second inning. And Feldkamp offers inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nate Sutton. Sutton 0 for 6 in his last appearance on Sunday. Struck out a couple times. Lashes his foul off the left side. It remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Oaks have out-aired the Quakes 3-0. The teams each have 6 hits. And the 2-2 is popped up foul left side out of play. But it is. The Quakes up 4-2 in the column that counts on the scoreboard. Sutton last year with Cedar Rapids at 242. 332 on base, 322 slugging. Ground ball left side through the hole and into left field. A nice at-bat that time for Nate Sutton, fighting off a couple two-strike pitches and then poking it the other way on the ground. And already up two. The Quakes have another base runner. They'll bring up the first baseman, Cliff Remley. Remley has a couple singles to center in the first and to right field in the third. He started last year in Cedar Rapids, played for 13 games down there. Spent most of his year with Rancho Cucamonga, thrower at first base, and back in Sutton. Sutton, 2 stolen bases, has also been caught twice. Feldkamp set near the letters. A long step this time. Remley waiting patiently from the left side. Now he has the time. Game still going on in the major leagues. Cleveland trails Kansas City 10-6. Gould and Buck home runs for Kansas City. And Tampa trails Seattle 4-1. A home run for the Carl Everett of Seattle. The runner goes. The pitch is lifted down the left field line on the run. Green settling under it, and he makes the catch. And first pitch swinging Remley flies out. And that'll do it for the Quakes in the fourth. Rancho, 1 run on the solo home run from LeBlanc, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. 4 in the books from the epicenter, 4-2. Visalia trailing.
Janie's 50 years old, just took up golf. She's got great form. Takes a 6-iron.
Oh, Leonard, stop using that voice.
Sorry.
Centrum Silver Multivitamin. Keep up with your game. Centrum Silver's age-adjusted formula includes high levels of B vitamins, which emerging science suggests may help reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease.
She's on the pot. The crowd goes wild.
What crowd?
Centrum Silver, adjusted for your age. Take with low saturated fat, low cholesterol diet. Research is ongoing and inconclusive, not intended to treat, cure, or prevent disease.
Criminal justice is one of America's fastest-growing career fields. With a degree in criminal justice, you can pursue exciting entry-level opportunities. At the ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice, they teach you the fundamentals of the criminal justice system. Classes meet just a few days a week, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. Call now for an ITT Tech brochure. 1-800-851-4499. 1-800-851-4499.
Not offered at every campus. Check the ITT Tech for a list of programs offered.
Fact, more isn't always better. But when you're talking about service, you think, so what are you giving me for my consumer dollar, pal? More is a very good thing. And that's what you're going to get at Zylstra Express Lube. At Zylstra, when you get an oil change, they'll also check your hoses, battery, cables, tires, and tire pressure, wiper blades, lights, and signals, shocks, struts, and so much more. They're also the only AAA-approved quick lube in the Central Valley. Zylstra Express Lube, they're all about more, right next to Zylstra Automotive and in front of Zylstra Performance Products at 2222 East Main, Visalia.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Top of the fifth, 9-1 and 2 in the Oaks order. Cottrell, Perez, and Brignac. Cottrell is 0 for 1. He bounced out to third his first trip. Some relievers have been sent into exile from the dugout towards the bullpen in the right field corner. Cottrell bounces this off the mound, takes a funny hop to Sutton at second, hurries the throw, and he retires Cottrell, busting his hump down the line towards first, but he is still retired nonetheless. The 4-2 game, 1 out and nobody on in the top of the fifth. Finals are still going in Big League Baseball in the National League. Atlanta all over Florida, 10-2 today. Ryan Jordan, his third home run for the Braves. Fernando Perez thinks about a bump and takes fastball in, ball 1. Perez is 2 for 2. He has singled twice to left field. Learning to take the ball to the other field way from the left side. A 1-0 from Green. A strike. Perez thought it was low, and he does not appear very pleased with the call, 1-1. Perez averaged 6 at 265, 362 on base, 319 slugging. He's not a power threat, 4 doubles and a triple, but he can fly. So 1-1 from Green. Inside, Perez hops out of the way. 2 balls and a strike. The Dodgers lead 5-4. That ball game in the fourth. Ensberg and Lane have gone deep for Houston. The 2-1. Perez takes a changeup down. 3 balls and a strike. Nomar Garcia-Parra, a home run for L.A., and J.D. Drew went deep as well. And that score is now updated. The Dodgers now trailing 6-5 Perez asked for time with the count in his favor at 3-1. Top of the sixth is San Francisco up a run over Chicago 2-1. Michael Barrett a home run. A solo shot for the Cubs, plating their only run. That one's in the sixth. Right here it's 4-2 in the fifth. 3-1 to Perez on the outside edge. 3-2. Perez a much more aggressive hitter from the right side than from the left. He goes very deep in the counts from the left side. And a payoff from Nick Green. Fastball low, ball 4. Perez double checks, tosses away the bat, and takes his walk. He's now been on base 3 times in the top of the Oaks order, as he has been getting on base an awful lot. Perez on base 4 times in the Oaks last game on Sunday, following a 3-hit effort on Saturday as well. He's at first for Brignac. Brignac 1 for 2. Robbed of extra bases his first time on a nice running play in the left field gap by Drew Toussaint. Green throws over to first base, and Perez dives back in. And then Brignac, leading off the third, doubled into the left field corner. This is a left-handed batter, so he went the other way. But he was stranded at second as neither Cumberland nor Arhart nor Jaso get a hit to bring him home. Another throw over, and Perez dives back in. A pretty close pickoff play at first, considering that Green's a right-hander. Baseball America says Green's changeup is his best pitch. It's been okay. And it's a fastball, again, more important for a pitcher at this level. Another throw over, and diving back in, Fernando Perez. So he's not yet throwing home to Brignac. He's keeping a very close eye on Fernando Perez. 4-2 the score. On the top of the fifth, a runner on, Fernando Perez at first, who won out. The Quakes play for 2 up the middle. The third baseman Sandoval off the line at third. Perez isn't going anywhere. Changeup misses away. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Reid Brignac, number 2 in the league with a .361 batting average. Brignac, number 2 in the league with 44 hits. Brignac, number 2 in the league, 25 runs scored. Doing it in a lot of ways. The 1-0. That's a strike with the changeup, 1-1. He's hit for some power, 6 home runs. Now it's 14 extra base hits. 6th in the league. Perez takes a big lead at first. It's a little over 3 steps. In a crouch. And before the 1-1, a throw over there, and Perez dives back in. Perez has stolen a base. He stole one in the first with a foot first slide. And he looks like he would like to run against Green. He has another big lead now. Green set near the mound. Perez not going to 1-1 and bounced foul outside at first into the Oaks dugout. Visalia occupies the first base side here. 7:05 first pitch tomorrow. 7:05 first pitch Thursday. The Oaks return home Friday. Face the Lancaster Jethawks. 625-0480 is your number for tickets online at the allnewoaksbaseball.com. Visalia, a player poster giveaway this Friday night. And the 1-2 on the way to Brignac. Down low and in the dirt. The pitch gets by the catcher Collins and up to second, Fernando Perez. That was a very tough pitch to handle. The breaking ball down to the catcher's right. That'll be a wild pitch. Advancing Fernando Perez to second. So he is in a position to score on a single. It seems like Brignac's at that has been going on for a little while. It has, because Green paid so much attention to the runner at first. The count at the plate is 2-2. Brignac from St. Amant, Louisiana. And Green steps into the line at 2-2. Changeup flutters outside, 3-2. Parents were in town and for the San Jose series and the Stockton series back home at Recreation Park. He put on quite a show for them. Included a 2-home run game. The second multi-home run game of the year. 3-2 is fouled off. His home runs have come in bunches. He had the 3-home run game in Bakersfield. His 2-home run game over the weekend. A tremendous series against the Force. Brignac 7 for 15 with a triple and 2 home runs. He drove home 4. Now sits on a 5-game hit streak. Green set with Collins in. The 3-2. Fastball swung on and missed strike 3. Brignac couldn't catch up away. Green missed his spot, but Brignac swung and missed anyway. That's the 5th strikeout of the night for Green. 2 outs, and Perez perched at second. And Sean Cumberland at the plate. Cumberland, a little bit of an all-or-nothing approach these days. 1 for 2 today. 2-run home run in the first that gave Visalia its run. And Green misses the outside corner. Ball 1. Cumberland also flied out to left. His second time, first pitch swing. Cumberland, good size at 6'2", 185. From Pace, Florida. Grew up in Alabama. A 10th round pick in 03. Catcher Collins in the 1-0 from Green. Strike with a change, 1-1. Green is the pants not quite to the shoe tops. You see black, a couple inches of black between shoe and pants. On the 6'4" right-hander. The 1-1. Line down the left field line and high and deep towards the corner. Toussaint looking up, and that is out of here. The second 2-run home run of the game for Sean Cumberland, and it's a 4-4 game. For Cumberland, that's his 9th of the year. He picked up 2 more RBIs. He now is 28. He might well be long out of the slump right now as he goes to the opposite field. That man responsible for all of the Visalia offense tonight. Another classic charter round tripper. Classic Charter, the official bus company of Visalia Oaks. The classic charter for all of your chartering needs. Here's Arhart on the right side, taking fastball high. Ball 1. Cumberland hooked that about 10 feet inside the foul pole the other way. He's gone deep to right field and gone deep to left. Very impressive, the 1-0. Slider strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jaso to follow Arhart. Now the game, even at 4. 4 and 4, 7 hits for each team. The Oaks have committed 3 errors, the Quakes none. The 1-1. Breaking ball high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Josh Arhart. He grounded out and struck out. Guy who played for Visalia a year ago. Green's 2-1. Fastball strike. 2-2. Arhart had a big second half a year ago. Finished with a .290 average, .331 on base, .425 slugging. 24 doubles a year ago and 9 bombs. 2-2. Fastball outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the count full. 2 outs and nobody on. A tie ball game, top of the 5th. Visalia getting their offense tonight from Sean Cumberland. 2 2-run home runs. And it's a 3-2 to Arhart. And this ball is hit well in the air to right field. On the run, Johnson. Going back, has a read on it, reaching up at the warning track. It's over his head and short hopping the wall. Arhart rumbles around first and stops at second base with a double of a wall in right field. And moving quickly out of the Rancho dugout right now is the pitching coach, Eric Bennett. Out to talk to Nick Green. Couple hard-hit balls with 2 outs. Cumberland the home run and Arhart doubling the other way. And Cumberland, a guy who had hit just 135, 5 for his last 37 coming into play today. But the 2 home runs, a pretty good way to snap out of that. And he's a guy whose pitchers had started working differently. He's seen a lot more breaking balls, and it looks like he made an adjustment. Went the other way on that ball, a home run into the left field corner. Jaso trying to pick Arhart up from second. He takes change-up strike. Jaso is 1 for 2. A ground ball single up the middle that Rodriguez did well to snag behind second base. Could not get up and throw out Jaso in time. And he also grounded out to second. Green comes home and the changeup flutters outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lots of changeups in this inning for Nick Green. The 1-1, Jaso hits this well in the air to left field, but Toussaint holding his ground and now drifting in after it. And he makes the catch to retire John Jaso and the Oaks in the fifth. But Visalia, 2 runs on the Cumberland home run, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. And a man left on. Middle of the fifth, we're halfway, and a game tied at 4-4. Back in a moment on AM 1270.
Sanders Motorsports Visalia is the place for your best deal on all Honda off-road and street motorcycles, quads, and personal watercraft. All the gear, clothing, and accessories to go with, too, from Fox, Thor, O'Neill, and No Fear. Plus, Sanders Motorsports full service and parts department right there to keep you on the road. Sanders Motorsports has all the Honda on- and off-road fun you can handle and all the great stuff you'll want to go with it. Sanders Motorsports, 2036 East Mineral King, Visalia. When life throws you a curveball, you want to be ready. Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance Services is an authorized independent agent for Blue Cross of California. California license number 0A96361. Blue Cross of California is an independent licensee of the Blue Cross Association. Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance Services can help you find a health plan that best fits your family or business. Hit a home run today by calling the Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance Services of California at 733-1181. Serving your insurance and financial needs for close to a century.
Face it, farming is one of the toughest businesses around, and changing weather conditions certainly don't help. John Hibler Weather Forecasting can make things a little easier for your agribusiness by providing you with detailed weather summaries. Specific ag-related weather information such as evapotranspiration rates, soil temperatures, wind conditions, and potential frost threats are included in the package. Call John Hibler Weather Forecasting today at 866-419-3590 to find out how to put John to work for your business. He can also be found on the World Wide Web at johnhibler.com.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by DG Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Welcome back to the Epicenter. Toby Hyde with you. Bottom of the fifth inning. 2 Sean Cumberland home runs, the story tonight so far for Visalia in a 4-4 game. Derek Feldkamp holds the ball, and he looks in. He will work 3, 4, and 5 in this fifth inning. Rodriguez, Collins, and Johnson. Sean Rodriguez, the shortstop, has hit the ball twice on the left side of the infield. And he takes a curveball from Feldkamp. Low and away, ball 1. He's 0 for 2. He grounded out to Cottrell twice, once into a double play in the third. The 1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes with the fastball. Feldkamp gave up 3 runs in that first inning. Solo home run in the fourth of the number 9 hitter, Josh LeBlanc. And this ball is lined in the air to right field on the run. Cumberland thought about making a dive, and he just could not get there in time as that thing died in front of him. A leadoff single for Sean Rodriguez. That is now the 4th time in 5 innings that the Quakes have put the leadoff man on against Feldkamp. So he has had to pitch with a lot of base runners on. The league came into today hitting .353 against Feldkamp. Even so, this is still one of his best starts of the year. 4 runs through 4 innings. And Feldkamp will go after the catcher, Michael Collins. Collins has been on base twice. Walks and scored in the first. Feldkamp home, and this ball is wrapped to Brignac at shortstop. Shovels to Asanovich for 1 and on to first. A double play. Just what Feldkamp was looking for. Now 2 outs and nobody on in the 5th as Collins bangs into the twin killing. For Michael Collins, that's the 4th double play he's grounded into. 2nd on the Quakes. Now 2 outs and nobody on in a tie game. 4-4. Ben Johnson, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Hits from the left side. He walked against Feldkamp in the 3rd, and Feldkamp's fastball is a strike on the outside edge. Each team with 8 hits. The difference on the scoreboard is that the Oaks have committed 3 errors. Breaking ball, they appeal to 3rd, and is punched out for strike 2. 3 umpires again, replacement umpires working the contest. The minor league umpires remain on strike. And that looks like it'll last for quite some time. The 0-2 from Feldkamp. Swung on and missed strike 3. Johnson chased a curveball in the dirt. And Feldkamp strides off the mound in the 5th. Without any runs crossing the plate. No runs, a base hit, no errors, and nobody left. End of 5. It's 4-4. Right here at the epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga.
You grow extraordinary crops like grapes, oranges, and olives. You need an extraordinary tractor like the MF 3400 series of specialty tractors from Massey Ferguson. With 24 models, there's one that fits your unique requirements for horsepower, width, height, operator environment, and more. Choose a smooth profile cab model or a platform model with non-intrusive folding ROPS to minimize crop damage and provide excellent visibility. Test drive an MF 3400 series tractor at Farmers Tractor and Equipment Company in Porterville today. Visit Farmers Tractor and Equipment Company, the Massey Ferguson tractor provider. You have a problem with your vehicle, but you don't know where to go? Take it to the ASC certified professionals at California Smog of Visalia. Their advanced emission specialists can and will get you back on the road in no time. They're a guaranteed smog repair station. All their work is guaranteed for 90 days or 3,000 miles. And right now, head over to California Smog of Visalia. Tell them you listen to Classic Country AM 1270, and you'll qualify for the 2175 smog inspection. California Smog of Visalia, the corner of Sequoia and Bradley in Visalia. California Smog of Visalia, proud sponsor of Visalia Oaks Baseball.
Hello, I'm Louisiana Secretary of State Al Latham. If you're a displaced Louisiana citizen because of Hurricane Katrina or Rita and you want to vote in the upcoming elections, please call our election hotline or visit our website. For more information on how to check your current registration status, register to vote, or to vote, contact our office at 1-800-883-2805 or visit our website at www.sos.louisiana.gov.
This message brought to you by the Louisiana Secretary of State's Office.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
4-4. Top of the 6th. Chris Nowak will lead it off the second time in this game. He's led off in there. He struck out swinging to begin the 4th against the tall right-hander Nick Green. Starts Nowak this time with a fastball beneath the knee. Ball 1. Nowak 0 for 2. He grounded out in the 1st. It's Nowak, Green, and Asanovich in the 6th inning. Green home, and this is off the end of the bat, slicing away towards the right field line, and it falls in fair ball as the right fielder fields, and Johnson throws behind Nowak to first. The throw kicks off at Nowak's ankle, heading to second. No throw from the catcher Collins backing up the play, and that'll be a single for Nowak, and then the throwing error on the right fielder Johnson. Tried to make the aggressive play after Nowak had gone around first base. But in any event, the Oaks have the potential go-ahead run at second base with nobody out in the 6th. And they've not put the error on the scoreboard yet. Nor have they put the hit. Now they put up the hit, no error. And Patrick Green 0 for 2. That's from the left side. The corners draw in. Green has not had a lot of success bunting this year. He does not ask to bunt a lot. Came into this game tied with Cumberland for the league leading home runs. He does not have a successful sacrifice. I'm not convinced this is a bunt situation, but the Quakes seem to think it is. Green first pitch swinging, fouls it off, and the ball hops up and hits him in the face, and he knocks off the helmet. He's immediately accompanied by Jimmy Souther out of the dugout. Manny Castillo comes down the line from first, the hitting coach expressing concern for his outfielder, as Green banks that ball off the plate and then had to hop up and hit him in the face. He appears to be fine. Trying to pick up Nowak from second. Nowak sliced the single down the right field line, and then made it to second when the right fielder Johnson throw behind the Nowak at first hit off of Nowak's foot. Green looks to second and comes home. Green swings and misses 0-1. He's in front of the slider. In front of the changeup. Lancaster tied with San Jose 2-2. That was in San Jose. The ball game in the 5th inning there. Inland Empire 1-0 with Modesto in the 3rd. Ground ball left side into a dive. The shortstop Rodriguez. He will not have a play. Patrick Green an infield base hit, and the Oaks have runners at the corners with nobody out in the 6th. That dive potentially saved a run. as he kept the ball on the infield. Rodriguez has shown some fantastic range tonight. He took a ball that Jaso hit up the middle, and he kept it on the infield. Again, he wasn't able to throw out Jaso, but he did reach it. And there he reaches a ball that most shortstops don't even think about getting to. Deep in the hole. Like Elsinore and Stockton tied 1-1 in the 6th. That one at Banner Allen Ballpark in Stockton, California. And High Desert is in front of Bakersfield 2-1. That one in the 6th. So a lot of the Cal League games, probably low scoring tonight and a lot around the 6th inning. At first, Breen. At third, Nowak. At the plate, Josh Astanovich. Throw over to first base, and Breen dives back in. Breen is not a base stealer. He does not yet have a stolen base. He's been caught twice. The middle infielders play for 2 against Astanovich. He was 1 for 2 with a double. Green home, fastball, strike, 0-1. And Green is a guy who has gotten a fair number of ground balls in this game, and Astanovich is a guy who's been hitting it on the ground a lot. There's certainly the potential for a double play. With runners at the corners and nobody out in the 4-4 game. Top 6. The 0-1. Change up low. 1 ball and 1 strike. It almost looks like a splitter, the way that change-up heads down. Astanovich has grounded into 3 double plays in just 12 games. That's a pretty high rate. He's third on the team in double plays and a throw over to first base and just making it back in to Patrick Breen. Astanovich missed a couple weeks with that hamstring problem that has nagged him, and he's still trying to find his good tempo in the game situation, the 1-1. And he lines this over second base, and that's a base hit for Josh Astanovich. Coming home from third, Nowak, and the Oaks lead 5-4. And Josh Astanovich is now 2 for 3 this evening with a double and an RBI. How good that has to feel for Josh Astanovich, who had not been producing in the way he would have liked. That's his first multi-hit game of the year. Out of the Quakes dugout hops the skipper, Bobby Mitchell. He points to the bullpen. We've got a new Quakes pitcher on the way. It's called to the bullpen, brought to you by Stevens Wireless, the official wireless communications company of the Visalia Oaks.
Get ready to go on a safari like no other, because the Barnyard Safari awaits you at the 2006 Porterville Fair, running May 17th to the 21st. It'll be one wild adventure. You'll enjoy hours of free entertainment in the fun zone. This safari doesn't have lions, tigers, and bears, but it does have alligators, tigers, and orangutans and more. Enter the rainforest and Lights, Camera, Animal Stage Show brings Hollywood performing primates to Porterville. Make a music video DVD free, compliments the Brett Chiamato Center. And of course, they'll have all your fair time favorites like a thrilling carnival and games, junior livestock show and sale, exhibit, and don't forget the food.
All this excitement is graciously brought to you by Quinn Rental Services, Clevenger Ford, Morris Levin & Son, Budweiser, Porterville Recorder, and West Coast Broadcasting.
Pre-sale carnival tickets are now available through May 16th at a great discount rate. For more information, call 781-6582. That's 781-6582. Get ready for a Barnyard Safari at the 2006 Porterville Fair, May 17th through the 21st.
Let's say you're driving and all the other cars disappear. Stop signs are no more, detours have ended, errands are done. It's you and the wide open road, with tops down, the radio's on, and the tank is full. Let's go somewhere. No, let's go everywhere. Feel independent. Allied Auto Insurance, a nationwide company, on your side. Underwritten by Allied Insurance Companies and affiliates.
For personal professionals who care, call Valerie Machado or Dean Glass at DG Insurance, 733-0221 for Visalia, Tulare, and Hanford.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by DG Insurance. Here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Welcome back to Rancho. The Oaks will run home in the 6th after scoring 2 in the 5th, have chased the Quakes starter Nick Green. And they are into the bullpen and working against Frederick the Loizaga Carney. The Loizaga Carney, 6'3", 215 from Norwalk, Connecticut, an East Coast guy, 23 years old, a 33rd round pick in 04. He worked for Rancho a year ago, and the Loizaga Carney's numbers are not good a year ago. 33 and a third innings, 1-1 with an 8.91 ERA. 48 hits, 33 runs, 22 walks against 29 strikeouts with the Loizaga Carney a year ago. This year, much better, He's still walking too many batters. At 18 in the third, he's walked 9 and struck out 15, so his walk rate is exactly 4.5 per 9. And he's given up 21 hits, only getting 280 against him. Hit a couple batters. He is 1-1 with a 4.42 ERA. The Wayzata Carney comes in. With 2 on. Pat Breen is second. Josh Asanovich at first. And Pat Cottrell at the plate. The Wayzata Carney spins and throws towards second. Standing on the bag, Patrick Breen. Second baseman Sutton went to cover and received the throw. The 5-4 game, Visalia in front. Out hitting the Quakes 11-8. Out airing the Quakes 3-1. And outscoring 5-4 at this point. Cottrell is 0 for 2. He grounded out twice against the Quakes starter Nick Green. The infield corners are in. Charging from first, Remily. Sandoval 10 feet in front of third base. On the grass at third. Cottrell looked like he was about to slide the hands up, but the Wayzata Carney has not yet come home. Cottrell squares, he gives himself up, and he takes a fastball outside, ball 1. Pat Cottrell, 1 sacrifice this year. Manny Castillo talking to Asanovich at first. Stopwatch in hand for the Folks' tremendous hitting coach. Manager Joe Zeckley at third. And now a little meeting between Remily and the pitchers of Wayzata Carney. The Wayzata Carney has 11 appearances. He is tied for third in the Rancho bullpen. They've all been relief appearances. He does have 3 saves. That ties him for the team lead. Cottrell waiting on the 1-0. He squared his first time. He's got runners at first and second. Nobody out in the 6th yet. And he squares and he bunts this. It's a pretty good bunt back to the pitcher. The play is towards third and in time. Nicely done by the Wayzata Carney. Quickly off the mound and he throws out Breen. At third with the shortstop covering. The Quakes vacated the middle of the infield completely. Shortstop went to cover third. Second baseman went to cover first. And Breen is thrown out. 1-6. Asanovich goes to second. The sacrifice unsuccessful. And back to the top of the order. And Fernando Perez. Perez has been on base each of the 3 times he's come to the plate tonight. 2 for 2 against Nick Green with a walk. And 2 runs scored. Batting with first and second. And the fastball is down the pipe. Strike 1. Cottrell runs well at first. Asanovich can run well at second, although he, to my eyes, is not moving as well in games as he does in practice. The 0-1 at the knees to Perez 0-2. I don't think, and it's not a physical question for Asanovich. I just don't think he trusts the hamstring to really turn it loose yet. Perez waiting on the 0-2, and the Wayzata Carney steps off. Fernando Perez having a good night. He has used left field a lot. Circling his bat around his face. Now he's ready to go. The Wayzata Carney into the line, the 0-2. Perez lifts up the hands to get out of the way and takes strike 3 on the inside corner. The Wayzata Carney picks up his first strikeout. That's the second out of the 6th. Asanovich remains at second. Cottrell remains at first. And Reid Brignac, a 1 for 3, will try to bring some more runs home. It's a 5-4 game. Visalia's first 4 runs scored on 2-run home runs from Sean Cumberland in the 1st and 5th innings. And here a run in the 6th on an RBI single from Josh Asanovich. Brignac looking to pick up some more. The Wayzata Carney winds and Brignac chases a curveball, swinging strike 1. The Wayzata Carney sits for a little while in Cedar Rapids a year ago. 7 saves and a 3.57 ERA without a decision for the Midwest League affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. The 0-1 to Brignac. Lifted down the left side. Now it's 0-2. 2 outs and 2 on. Visalia trying to get the climb going back towards 500. Three teams in the North are playing under 500 ball. Stockton's at 15 and 16. Bakersfield 13 and 18. And Visalia 12 and 9. So the Oaks could shoot up the standings very quickly with a hot couple weeks. The Giants lead Visalia by 8 games atop the Northern Division. 31 games in for Visalia. Brignac waits on the 0-2. Fouls it into the screen. Brignac is a good two-strike hitter. A remarkably good two-strike hitter, given his age. You don't expect youngsters to have the patience and the mental acumen to make the kind of two-strike adjustments that Brignac does. He's got Asanovich at second, Trell at first. So there's some speed out there. And the 0-2. Line down the right field line towards the corner, and that's a fair ball and rolling all the way to the wall. Asanovich scores easily. Zekley encouraging Cottrell to go faster, waving around the throw, the slide at home plate, and he gets the hand in there. A two-run double for Reid Brignac. And it is 7-4 Visalia. Brignac's second double of the night. And Cottrell scored all the way from first. He beat the tag from Collins with a head-first dive. He dove around Collins, and he reached back with the left hand, and he got it in there. A very nice slide from Pat Cottrell. Reid Brignac, with those two doubles tonight, now has 8 on the year. The 2 RBI for Reid Brignac give him 27 runs driven in this year. The first of those runs, Josh Asanovich, goes on Nick Green's ledger. The second one goes on Deloitte Carney's record. And here is Sean Cumberland, 2 for 3 with 2 home runs, 4 driven in. Your final line on Nick Green: 5 innings, 11 hits, 6 runs. Not sure all of those are earned. All of Nick Green's runs, all the runs are earned. Cumberland takes fastball, strike 1 on the inside edge. He walked 1, he struck out 5. He would stand to lose this game if the Oaks bullpen can make a 7-4 lead hold up. And, of course, Derek Feldkamp was still in the game. The 0-1 to Cumberland. Strike 2 on the inside half. Asanovich broke the tie with a run-scoring single. Reid Brignac brought home 2 with a double. Deloitte Carney looks back to Brignac and home. The 0-2 off the hands into the screen. Still 0-2 to Cumberland. Oh, he had been struggling mightily before tonight. 0 for 5 Sunday. 1 for 8 in the Stockton series. Just 5 for his last 36. The 0-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Cumberland chases the fastball at his eyes. As Deloitte Carney gets out of the 6th. In the 6th, though, Visalia goes in front. 3 runs on 4 hits, including the big 2-run double from Brignac. 1 error and 1 man left. Middle of the 6th inning. It's now 7-4 Visalia. Back in a moment on AM 1270.
Let me show you the new house, Louise.
Call me Mom, dear. Beautiful bathroom. Oh, your shower's so clean.
Thanks.
What's this gizmo hanging from your shower head?
That's the new Scrubbing Bubbles automatic shower cleaner. Robert bought it for me.
My son bought his wife a shower cleaner?
No, I love it. And Robert uses it, too.
Robert cleans the shower? I can't get his father to lift a finger.
Actually, with the Scrubbing Bubbles automatic shower cleaner, all you have to do is lift a finger. The last one to take a shower just pushes this button and walks away.
No scrubbing?
Nope. The automatic shower cleaner sprays the tub, tile, curtain, or glass with a special Scrubbing Bubbles cleaner. It cleans a dirty shower in days. Keeps the clean shower clean from day one.
An automatic shower cleaner. What will they think of next?
How about an automatic toilet seat putter downer?
I want one of those, too.
The new Scrubbing Bubbles automatic shower cleaner. It's like having a maid for your shower. SC Johnson Family Company. Get a $5 off coupon at automaticshowercleaner.com.
Fact, more isn't always better. But when you're talking about service, you think, so what are you giving me for my consumer dollar, pal? More is a very good thing, and that's what you're going to get at Zilstra Express Lube. At Zilstra, when you get an oil change, they'll also check your hoses, battery, cables, tires and tire pressure, wiper blades, lights and signals, shocks, struts, and so much more. They're also the only AAA-approved quick lube in the Central Valley. Zilstra Express Lube, they're all about more, right next to Zilstra Automotive and in front of Zilstra Performance Products at 2222 East Main, Visalia.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
The Oaks now lead at 7-4 in the bottom of the sixth, and Derek Feldkamp takes the ball for the second time with a lead. The Oaks set him up with a lead, scoring twice in the top of the first. But Feldkamp gave it right back with three in that frame. Now he works for Lopez, Sandoval, and Toussaint. His fastball misses outside. Ball one. 78 pitches for Feldkamp through 5 innings. So he will have a short leash in this sixth. Changeup hit well in the air to center field, but Perez holds his ground. Now it drifts in a few steps after it. Lopez flies out straight away, and Feldkamp picks up out number one at the bottom of the sixth. 7 runs, 12 hits, and 3 errors for Visalia. The Quakes, 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. And Freddy Sandoval comes to the plate, and Feldkamp has really had Sandoval's number. Sandoval is 0 for 2, a strikeout looking in the first, swinging in the fourth. Breaking ball misses the outside corner. And someone thought time had been called. Feldkamp said, I got it. Now they're confused, and he's looking over to the first base umpire. That was very odd looking. There was no pitch. No pitch there. Time had been called. Feldkamp home. And that misses low. That's ball one. Go figure. Sometimes it's hard to figure, isn't it? 1 ball and no strikes. Feldkamp high and away. That's ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Don't worry, we saw the strangest call of this season on Sunday afternoon at Visalia. The batter was called, the 2-0. Shakes something off with a changeup, hits the outside corner, 2-1. Batter was called out for hitting the ball well out of the batter's box. It cost Stockton run, and the coaching staff was beside themselves. 2-1, lifted down the left side, and he was up the count at 2-2. It was a very bizarre call. And the thing about replacement umpires, they're doing the best they can. The 2-2 on the way to Freddy, and Sandoval flicks it foul again. He is hanging tough against Derek Feldkamp. I can't tell who the reliever is down there in the bullpen. A right-hander throwing. Could be Brett Wayne. And whoever it is looks ready. They have stopped throwing. The 2-2 from Feldkamp. Swung on and missed. Sandoval chases the fastball at his eyes. And that's the second out of the sixth. And it looks like the Oak staff is going to let Feldkamp try to finish off this sixth. I have him at exactly 85 pitches. Now bring up Drew Toussaint. Toussaint is 0 for 2 against Feldkamp. And he grounds this right back to the pitcher. He broke his bat in the process. Feldkamp fields an underhand for no walk. And he is through 6. In the 6th for the Quakes. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. Feldkamp works his first 1-2-3 inning. After 6 full, it's 7-4 Visalia. Back in a moment on AM 1270.
Each year, Jim Koch flies to Bavaria to hand select the hops that will be used in his beer. The hops in Samuel Adams Boston Lager are among the most flavorful hops in the world, loaded with flavor that comes from the rich growing soil of Bavaria, Germany. Samuel Adams Boston Lager is brewed using a century-old family recipe passed down through 6 generations of brewing. Jim Koch, founder and brewer of Samuel Adams, brewed his first batch of Samuel Adams Boston Lager in his kitchen. Jim hasn't changed the recipe or compromised on the quality since his first brew. Jim Koch has had a Boston Lager nearly every day since the first brew over 20 years ago. It takes at least 5 weeks to brew Samuel Adams Boston Lager because of the care and attention our brewers put into each batch. Most other beers take less than half as long to make. We experiment with some of our other beers, but we will never change our Boston Lager. It sets the standard for us of a beer with the characteristics of fundamentally good beer.
Idea Printing and Graphics is a proud sponsor of Visalia Oaks Baseball. From business cards to billboards, whether you want the simplest black and white flyer to full-color brochures, custom vehicle graphics, or a 30-foot trade show display, Idea Printing and Graphics is your one-stop full-service source for everything printed. Give them a call at 733-4149, 733-4149, or visit their website at VisaliaIdea.com, or stop in just 2 blocks east of the DMV, 1921 East Main Street in Visalia, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by BG Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Time? 7-4. The Oaks lead the Quakes. Top of the 7th, and the Oaks chase the starter, Nick Green. And now working against Freddy. The Loizaga Carney. Who gave up one inherited runner and one of his own. In that 6th inning, when Visalia scored 3 to go in front. It's the heart of the order. Arhart, Jaso, and Nowak. 4, 5, and 6. Arhart is 1 for 3 with a double to the right field wall in the 5th. A fly ball over Johnson's head. Sends out of the way of a fastball high in sight. 1 ball and no strikes to Josh Arhart. Arhart has hit well since returning from that concussion. The 1-0. Inside, he hops out of the way. 2 balls and no strikes. And sometimes I think that for a guy who is not going particularly well when they get injured, or just starting to pick it up, sitting down for a week is not the worst thing because they get to look at the game from a different perspective. Arhart was in the stands for a while with the guys charting. Dribbler foul, 2-1. He was in the dugout in uniform, and he was forced to, rather than thinking about his at-bat, or rather than thinking and sitting next to the pitcher and talking about pitch selection, how they're going to work hitters. The 2-1, and the foul straight back, 2-2. He was able to do nothing but watch the game, pick up how pitchers were working, and pick up on other things, and think about the game at a slightly more distant level. The 2-2 from Loizaga Carney is hit off the hand towards shortstop. Scooping up the roller, Rodriguez. Long throw across the diamond. Plenty of time to retire Arhart. That's the first out of the top of the 7th. It's a 7-4 game. The Oaks in front. 1 out and nobody on, and John Jaso on his way to the plate. Visalia out hitting Rancho 12-8. Jaso 1 for 3 and infield hit in the first. Golf was grounded out and flied out. Switchy stance left side. Jaso lifts up the hands and takes low, ball 1. Jaso now has enough attacks to qualify among the league leaders. His .350 average places him 6th. The 1-0. Lifted down the left side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Is that a play? And it lands among the stands. Jaso has not been playing every day. He's a guy who had rotator cuff surgery last August. And it did hurt the throw, but not the swing. So he's been swinging the 1-1 inside. 2 balls and a strike, and he is on his way back. He takes infield a couple days a week. As he is on his own throwing program, hopefully he hopes to be back by June 1 behind the plate. He says that, the arm feels better and better. It's just not at a stage where I can turn it loose all the way yet. Obviously, that's a prereq for getting in the game with 2-1. He's out in front of the changeup. He dribbles his foul. 2-2. One of the more unusual batting stances you'll ever see. John Jaso, feet wider than shoulder width and a deep crouch. And that's not so unusual. There are lots of guys who hit from a crouch. but then his hand and his bat circle violently above his head. The 2-2. Grounded weekly foul, again ahead of the changeup. And he said, and he doesn't do it every time, but he said he didn't realize how funny it looked, so people told him about it, and now he's seen video. But that last swing, his hands were much quieter than they had been. The 2-2. Lifted down the left side and foul. It looks like he's making a conscious effort, either in this at-bat or with 2 strikes, to quiet the hands a little bit, as it had been a pretty wild motion. He says he just likes the feeling of getting his hands moving before the swing. The 2-2. Fought off weakly third base side. It rolls south. Remains 2 at this. And the key thing about the stance is that it's not so important. Eventually, as long as it gets you in a good hitting position and the ball's on the way home and gets your hands back. Some guys don't like to have the hands still. They want some momentum. The 2-2. Off the hands towards left, softly over shortstop, and it drops over Rodriguez's head in front of Tucson. A single the other way for Jaso. One in at bat with 2 strikes. He battled, he raced it, and he receives congratulations from hitting coach Manny Castillo at first. Jaso is now 2 for 4. And Visalia, 1-out base runner in the 7th, already up 3. With Chris Nowak at the plate. That's now the 9th time this year that Jaso has had multiple hits in a ball game. This man, Chris Nowak, has done it 12 times. The team leader in the category should take only one guess. It's Reid Brignac. He's had multiple hits, 14. Nowak takes a fastball down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. So a fabulous at bat for John Jaso. And Nowak, 1 for 3 with a run scored in the 6th. He came home on Asanovic's single with the go-ahead run, the 5th run. It's 7-4 Visalia. Nowak's a big guy. Front elbow over the plate. A 1-0 from Oizaga Carney. Low with a breaking ball. Tried to spin the curve, and Nowak wasn't buying. 2 balls and no strikes. The outfield plays. Nowak is stepped the other way and shallow, especially in center field with a walk. The infield plays for 2. Jaso not exactly a speed merchant, but he runs just well. He's the quickest of the Oak catchers. A 2-0. Bounce towards third base. Sanchez fields a tricky hop, bobbles, and he will not make a throw, as he never had that ball cleanly. Jaso took off from second, trying to run towards third. Now he's caught in a rundown. The throw behind Jaso to second, and he is out. And the Quakes throw the ball to first base. Jaso looked at a situation where the shortstop and third baseman were off at third and thought he was going to be really fast. Well, he wasn't that quick, as the Oaks give up a silly out on the bases. The Nowak reaches on the error. Jaso goes to second on the error. And Jaso out 6-4 on that one. 5-6-4. As third baseman, the shortstop. A silly base running mistake cost the Oaks an out. Now 2 outs. And Nowak at first for Pat Breen. Breen an infield single his last time. Takes changeup outside, ball 1. Instead of first and second and 1 out, the Oaks have 2 outs and a runner at first. A huge change in the number of runs you'd expect to score in the inning. So Oizaga Carney comes set in front of his face for 1-0. Breen laid on a fastball up, 1-1. Stadium Gun said that was 93 miles an hour. So Oizaga Carney bringing some cheddar in that case. Breen struck out in the second and struck out in the 4th. He swings and misses a fair amount this Patrick Breen. 29 strikeouts. Second on the team. The 1-1. Inside, and Nowak a delay. Steele takes off for second. No one's covering, and he steals second base. Very nicely done by Chris Nowak. As he saw the middle infield was slow to respond, he got a great secondary lead and took off. Perfectly executed. And he could now score on a single with 2 outs in the 7th. The Oaks lead by 3. 7-4 with 2 outs. The big Chris Nowak, that is his first successful stolen base of the year. It's the second of the night for Visalia. Fernando Perez has one as well. At the plate, Patrick Breen looking to pick up no walk. He fouls it straight back. That was a fastball. The Loiziga Carney coming right after Patrick Breen. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. No walk, although he's not particularly quick to score on anything hit to the outfield. Running on contact with 2 outs. The 2-2. Inside, Breen straightens up and brings the hands in to get out of the way. And Breen, a guy who starts off nearly straight up and down anyway. And now the count is full, 3-2. Patrick Breen, the left-handed hitting outfielder, plays mostly left field. And the payoff, high, ball 4. And Patrick Breen earns a 2-out walk. That was not a case of Breen, who is an RBI guy, trying to pass the buck and not being aggressive. He was aggressive early in that at-bat. But then he fell behind, and his approach changed a little bit. And also, the Loiziga Carney didn't really come to the strike zone with anything that Breen could handle. Sometimes players and managers get upset when guys who they think should be driving in runs are too passive with guys on base. And that was really not a case of that happening at all right there. Breen was as reasonably aggressive as he could be without being reckless. 2 on with 2 out. And Josh Asanovich at the plate. And Asanovich is 2 for 3. A double in the second. An RBI single in the 6th. No walk at second. Breen at first. Breen moves well. The Loiziga Carney home. The curveball is swung on and missed. Strike 1 to Josh Asanovich. Asanovich's first 2-hit game of the year for that. And the 0-1. Low. 1 ball and 1 strike. A 1-1 home, fastball high in sight. 2 balls and 1 strike. At Arizona State in 2004, Asanovich hit .367, 454 on base, 553 slugging. Goofy metal bat type numbers in the NCAA. Last year with Visalia, his best numbers as a professional. The 2-1, high, 3 balls and a strike. He played just 40 games as an Oak. 10 doubles, 4 home runs, a .338 average, 401 on base, 490 slugging. Best numbers since he had been playing with metal bats as a collegian. Waiting on the 3-1. The Loiziga Carney home, and this is bounced towards third south. And like a lot of players, he was drafted coming out of high school. But then after he went to Arizona State, he was plucked. What's unusual about Asanovich's story is that he was picked twice by the Devil Rays. In the 26th round back in 2001, and then the 11th round in 2004. Asanovich with 2 on and 2 out, a full count. The runners take their leads. Breen and Nowak, there they go. And this is hit softly into center field. And that's going to drop. Nowak around third. He will score without a throw. The throw is towards third. Breen slides in safely. A run-scoring single for Josh Asanovich. It is 8-4. The second time that he has delivered with a single to center field. He has now driven home 2 tonight. With Nowak running on the 3-2, no chance for LeBlanc in center to go get him at the plate. And Breen also running on the pitch, was able to go first to third. And the Loiziga Carney, his night is done. As out of the dugout, Bobby Mitchell, the manager for the Quakes, he points to the bullpen. This call to the bullpen, brought to you by Stevens Wireless, the official wireless communications company of the Visalia.
Hey, Dad, remember my science project? The volcano I made with clay and all the neat fire and smoke?
Yes, what about it?
Well, the fire kind of got out of control, so I put it in the sink and ran water over it. And the water kind of melted the clay, and it all went down the drain. What was the name of that plumbing place again?
Oh, Roto-Rooter, 625-2711.
Yes, under new ownership and locally owned for plumbing, septic, and sewer needs, hydro flushing, and leach line installation. Call Roto-Rooter 24/7 at 625-2711.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Metcalf, pastor of First Baptist Church in Tulare. It's my privilege to share with you practical truths for living from God's Word every Sunday morning, 8 to 8:30 a.m. Please join me this Sunday and start your week with some thoughts that can brighten your life.
This week, Pastor Bob notes that Jesus challenges us to simple acts of service and kindness to others. Join this week as we consider what life might be if we seriously try to apply this teaching. Listen this Sunday, 8 to 8:30 a.m., and then again Wednesday from 11 to 11:30 p.m. here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
In Shape City, Visalia is your hometown fitness team. Contact In Shape City now for a free day pass and see for yourself what everyone is talking about. Indoor and outdoor pools, tons of free weights, huge cardio center with big screen TVs, awesome kids club and rock climbing wall, juice bar, and a gorgeous facility that will keep you coming back for more. Call 741-1700 for your free day pass today. 741-1700. In Shape City, Visalia.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Welcome back to the epicenter in Rancho, Cucamonga. And the Quakes have ducked into the bullpen again. So Loiza's Carney turned through the order was not very good. And they have brought out Joe Torres, a 6'2", 195-pound left-hander from Kissimmee, Florida, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the spring training home of the Astros. He was a first-round pick back in 2000. With Joe Torres. He had a rough time in Rancho last year. He was 0-4 in 20 innings and an 18 ERA. Big lefty home, breaking ball strike to Pat Cottrell. For Loizaga Carney, 1 2/3 innings. He gives up 3 hits. He's walked 1 and a couple runs. 2 runs so far. Cottrell bounces this outside of third. It is 8-4 Visalia. The first 6 runs charged to the starter, Nick Green. So Loizaga Carney responsible for the next 2. And for the guys on base. The third, Pat Breen. At first, Josh Asanovich. Cottrell now finds himself behind the count 0-2. They got Big Joe Torres. Where's the pant pitched up, shows black in the socks of the knees. Long step, the 0-2, the runner goes, and Cottrell bounces it outside of third towards the Quakes dugout. Torres this year 1-0 with a 4.20 ERA in 12 ball games. Tied for the Quakes' team lead in appearances. 15 innings, 13 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. He walked 12 and has struck out 17. The league hitting .241 against the left-hander. Another long step before the 0-2 and a step off and a throw over to first. Joe Torres missed all of the 2004 season with an arm problem. He's not yet made it up to Double-A. 10th overall pick in the 2000 draft. And the 0-2. A shade outside. He thought it was strike 3. He was heading to the dugout. High school pitcher Joe Torres out of Gateway High School. This is his third trip through the Cal League. His first trip was back in 03 with this Rancho Cucamonga team. A step off and a throw over to first base. And standing on the bag, Josh Asanovich. Again, he's not looked completely comfortable on the hamstring. Cottrell, a free swinger, waits at the plate. Staff described him as clutch. Waiting on the 1-2 with runners to the corners, and he swings and misses, strike 3, chasing the off-speed in on his hands. And Torres strikes out the only batter he sees in the 7th, but the Oaks add a run in the frame. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 important error, and 2 men left on base in the 7th. Time to stretch him out, middle of the 7th. The Oaks doubling up the Quakes, 8-4. Back in a moment on AM 1270.
Janie's 50 years old, just took up golf. She's got great form. Takes her 6-iron.
Oh, Leonard, stop using that voice.
Sorry.
Centrum Silver Multivitamin. Keep up with your game. Centrum Silver's age-adjusted formula includes high levels of B vitamins, which emerging science suggests may help reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease.
She's on the pot. The crowd goes wild.
What crowd?
Centrum Silver, adjusted for your age. Take with low saturated fat, low cholesterol diet. Research is ongoing and inconclusive, not intended to treat, cure, or prevent disease.
Criminal justice is one of America's fastest-growing career fields. With a degree in criminal justice, you can pursue exciting entry-level opportunities. At the ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice, they teach you the fundamentals of the criminal justice system. Classes meet just a few days a week, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. Call now for an ITT Tech brochure. 1-800-851-4499. 1-800-851-4499.
Not offered at every campus. Check the ITT Tech for a list of programs offered.
You need a compact tractor that meets your daily demands without fail. The Massey Ferguson 1500 series provides reliability and comfort at a price that meets the bottom line. With 7 models, find the compact that's right for you. 22.5 to 52 horsepower, 4 transmission types, cab, mower, backhoe, loader, and landscape tool options. The possibilities are endless. And a flip-up clip makes servicing quick and easy. Get the job done fast. Get it done with ease. Test drive the MF 1500 series today at Farmers Traction Equipment Company in Porterville and get the job done right.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by DG Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Bottom of the 7th, the Oaks up 4, and the new Visalia pitcher, Brett Wayne, starts the bottom of the 7th inning as Derek Feldkamp turns in 6 fine frames. Wayne comes home again, and the fastball is a strike at the knees, 1-1. The center fielder, Josh LeBlanc. Wayne comes in, and he works to 9-1-2. LeBlanc, Sutton, and Remilly. The right-hander's 1-1 home. Curveball, bounce on the right side. Nowak plays an in-between hop, throws to Wayne covering the bag, and Wayne lands awkwardly on the base, reaching out with the right foot, and he might have jammed that ankle in there. Uh-oh, that you really don't like to see. He landed very awkwardly on the right angle, and immediately accompanied by Jimmy Southard, trying to walk it off. Jimmy Southard, of course, the Oaks athletic trainer. And here comes pitching coach Marty Demerit, himself hobbling with his ankle in a boot. He's got some directions to a bullpen, says someone get loose. Looks like Nick DeBar is taking off the jacket as Wayne landed really awkwardly on that bag with the right foot. And oh boy, he is clearly in a significant amount of pain. Wayne, a 6', 180-pounder, 26 years old, from Simi Valley. A Rule 5 pick from the Dodgers in 04, a converted infielder who never hit much as a pro, but had a good arm, so they put him on the mound, as they do with some guys. Happens to about a guy a year, it seems to me, in most systems. A guy who's not hitting much. Wayne is now going to take a few off the mound to see if he can continue. He got weak contact from LeBlanc and went to go cover first instead of landing on the inside of the bag. He had to hustle. He was late getting off the mound, and he had to hustle to make up for it. He had to rush at the last moment. And he'll take a couple more warm-ups to prove to staff and himself that he is ready. He looks like he is treating it carefully on the mound. There's no question about that. Wayne comes in with a 1-1 record, a 3.75 ERA. Tied for a team high with 10 appearances. He throws in his 3rd pitch as he continues to discuss whether or not he can stay in the ballgame. There's an unusual amount of give and take here. A lot of times when you see guys get on the mound, they stay in the game, and Wayne is deliberating. Marty Demerit talking, and Jimmy Southard in on the conversation as well. But there's no conclusion yet. He landed with the right ankle, and for a right-hander like Wayne, that's his push ankle. And he has told the staff he's going to stay in the game. And it's hard to read the body language there. Southard leads the staff off the field, and he leaves shaking his head, and that makes me wonder if he disapproves. That would be my best guess, and it's not fair to speculate. As pitching coach Marty Demerit points to the bullpen and says, keep throwing. So I think My best guess of what happened is Wayne is not sure, but he does not want to come out of this one. And he talked the staff into letting him stay. And we will see how it goes. 8-4. He landed very badly on that ankle. Wayne, 12 innings and 3 saves, just 10 hits allowed, 13 strikeouts against 5 walks, and the fastball low and in. Ball 1 to Nate Sutton. Sutton, the second baseman, is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He scored a run in the first. The Oaks lead 8-4, and that gets an oops. They were playing music during that pitch home. Wayne asks the catcher Arhart to run through signs for 1-0. Fastball lifted in the air, straight away to center field and deep. Perez on the run in front of the warning track, settling down, reaching back at the last moment and holding on with the catch as Sutton drove it well straight away to center. But able to make the play. So Wayne shakes out the ankle and gets out number 1, Stint, with the leg. The bottom of the 7th, 2 outs and nobody on. Oaks up 4. And Cliff Remley at the plate. Remley is 2 for 3. He, like Sutton before him, has 2 singles. A center and a right. It takes high, ball 1. So glad you are joining us for this broadcast. Tomorrow, 7:05 first pitch. Right here on AM 1270. Same deal Thursday night, the 1-0. Ground ball towards the middle of the diamond, past Wayne and into center field. Wayne made a slightly disoriented stab at the baseball. It's real hard for the pitchers when they're bent over on their follow-through. To find that baseball coming at them. And you get some sort of funny-looking motion. So 2-out base runner for the Quakes, and Sean Rodriguez, the shortstop, 1 for 3 tonight, stands in. The Quakes have 9 hits. Rodriguez grounded out to third a couple times. He also singled to right field. His hand started above his back shoulder, and Wayne's changeup misses low, ball 1. Wayne actually is a 4-pitch guy. Fastball, curveball, slider, and change. But you'll see mostly fastballs, curveballs, and changeups from Wayne. Not use the slider very much. No walk holds on Remley at first in a 4-run game. A set and a throw over, and diving back in, Cliff Remley. Wayne has picked off a runner. He's a good athlete. This Brett Wayne. Worked for Visalia a year ago. A long step before the 1-0. The fastball. Strike at the knees. 1-1. Wayne last threw Friday against Stockton on Cinco de Mayo. He threw an inning, and he struck out a batter. He did not allow a base runner. It was a good outing for Wayne. All right, he sets the 1-1 home. Curveball. Lifted softly into shallow right. Cumberland trotting forward. Asanovich escorts the baseball out to him. And Cumberland says, "Thank you very much. I found it. I make the catch." And that'll do it for the Quakes in the 7th. For Rancho, no runs, a base hit. No errors, and a man left on. 7 in the books. 8-4, the Oaks in front. See you on the 8th in just a moment on AM 1270.
If you want your car to perform at its highest level, take it to the advanced emissions specialist at California Smog of Visalia. The technicians are ASC certified and they can work on all types of cars, including foreign, domestic, Asian, and European automobiles. Stop by and find out why California Smog of Visalia is Tulare County's #1 choice for quality smog and auto repair. And tell them you listen to Classic Country AM 1270 and you can qualify for their $21.75 smog inspection special. California Smog of Visalia, located at the corner of Asequia and Bradley in Visalia. Be sure to call them today at 734-SMOG. They're a proud sponsor of Visalia Oaks Baseball.
Functionality. Increased productivity. These are just a few of the improvements California Business Furnishings will bring to your office environment. When they put their experience to work for you, their state-of-the-art products allow you to easily adapt your workspace to any situation. Movable walls and furniture eliminate the need for costly, time-consuming construction, which harm the environment. California Business Furnishings, above and beyond service, above your expectations, and beyond factory warranty. 276-0561. 276-0561. The following
is brought to you by the National Council of Overly Ambitious Outdoor Projects. In our exhaustive research, we found the following. No one to date has managed to build a full-scale replica of the Great Wall of China, so there's still some ambitious outdoor projects out there. And to accomplish any one of them, we recommend a John Deere 4010 Series compact tractor, the toughest, most versatile small tractors ever made. Interested? Stop by Lawrence Tractor, your local John Deere dealer in Visalia, Tipton, and Hanford.
Nothing runs like a deer.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Top of the 8th inning, an 8-4 game. Visalia, 8 runs on 14 hits. The Quakes, 4 runs on 9 hits. And the top of the batting order, Fernando Perez, Reid Brignac, and Sean Cumberland against the lefty Torres, who starts Perez off high with the fastball, ball 1. Torres struck out Cottrell with a couple guys on to end the threat in the 7th for Visalia, the 1-0. Perez lifting up his hands and takes strike 1. He's batting from the right side for the first time this evening. Fernando Perez, a natural right-handed hitter, but learning how to switch hits. So I always think that this looks like he's so much more comfortable on the right side, the 1-1. High into the backstop. Oh, dear, that's very hot. Fastball, believe it or not. 2 balls and a strike. Perez does seem to relax. Paid attendance this evening at the Epicenter. 2,056 paying customers for tonight's contest. Home to Perez. High. And I believe that's 3 balls and 1 strike. In fact, it is. It's 3 balls and a strike to Perez. Perez having a good offensive night at the top of the order, on base a lot. And the 3-1. Inside ball 4. Fernando Perez is really doing his job at the top of the order. All you ask out of your leadoff man is get on base. Perez has been on base 4 times tonight. He is 2 for 3 with 2 walks, coming off a game Sunday where he was on base 4 times. So when your guys are getting on base, and it's part of the reason that guys like Brignac and Cumberland among the league leaders in RBI. Brignac 2nd, Cumberland 5th. Coming into the day, and that order is going to change. Brignac takes strike 1 with a breaking ball. Left-hander against left-hander. Brignac 2 doubles and 2 RBI. Cumberland his 3rd 2-run home run game of the year tonight. So the 2-3 hitters continue to produce for Visalia. Brignac waits on the 0-1. Torres fires over to first, and Perez steps back to the bag. Brignac hitting .269 against fellow southpaws. Just 2 doubles, his only extra base hit. There's been a righty mashing machine as Reid Brignac hitting .385 against the right-handers. Yeah, that's a fairly standard platoon split for a left-handed batter. It's Cumberland who has hit only .115 against the left-handers, with no extra base hit. So bringing in a lefty, this is against this lineup for teams can be a very good thing, as it really does slow down Brignac and Cumberland. Dribbled off the hands weakly towards first, scooped up by Remley, and Brignac stopped halfway up the line, and Remley, instead of tagging him, is forced to run to the bag. It allows Perez to advance to second, so it's the equivalent of a sacrifice bunt. As Fernando Perez perched at second base. With 1 out in the top of the 8th inning, and Sean Cumberland 2 for 4 with 2 home runs and 4 RBI. Waiting from the left side against the left-hander Torres, who offers a fastball at his belt. Ball 1, and that might have hit him. It did get Cumberland. Cumberland's 2 home runs tonight. The 3rd time this year that he has had 2 home runs in a game. The last time he did it was in consecutive games, April 11th and April 12th against Bakersfield. During that sequence, actually, he was 4 for 9. Each of his hits were home runs. So he had a 2-day span where he did nothing but hit home runs. He's at first. Fernando Perez at second. The Oaks lead 8-4, and Josh Arhart at the plate trying to bring him around. Arhart takes change up strike 1. Arhart's 1 for 4 tonight. He doubled into the right field wall in the 5th. He also struck out and grounded out twice. No balls and a strike. The right-handed hitting catcher is behind in the count. against the former first-round pick Torres. The 0-1, bounce towards third. Sandoval scoops to second, one, and Sutton, no relay. Cumberland, a good hard takeout slide at second. Cumberland plays the game with an edge sometimes. That was a good hard takeout slide right on top of the second base bag. And Cumberland is entitled to his spot out there. And he's entitled to go right to the bag. That's why they tell second basemen not to be on that bag. You want to come through and get off and get in the air. But on the slowly hit bouncing ball, Sutton was not able to do it. Not able to get up, get through, and get... The second baseman will approach from behind the bag on the right field side, step across the bag, and get out of the way of the base runner so that it's used his base as shielding if he at all can. Jaso at the plate. Jaso 2 for 4 with runners to corners. He takes curveball, strike one. At first, Arhart. At third, Fernando Perez. 2 outs in the 8th. The Oaks looking to expand a 4-run advantage. Jaso hits left-handers okay. 267 against him. Waiting on the 0-1. Checks his swing. It's high. The fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike. 294 on base, 400 slugging in. Clearly the numbers better against right-handers for Jaso. But at least he holds his own against the southpaw to throw over to first base. Jaso right now is in 369 against right-handers. With an on-base percentage 147 points higher. Perez at third, Arhart at first. Jaso a couple singles tonight, both to left field. And how remarkable that is for Jaso. Early in the year, Bakersfield was putting the extreme overshift on against Jaso, putting 3 defenders on the right side of the infield, essentially challenging Jaso to hit the ball the other way. He's done it twice tonight. The 1-1 breaking ball drops through the zone, strike 2. 8 runs, 14 hits, and 3 errors for Rancho for Visalia tonight in Rancho. The Quakes 4 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. And Oaks offense is really rolling. 22 runs over the weekend against Stockton, number 1 in the league in runs scored. And the 1-2. Jaso tries to check his swing and a slider away. Teal would be umpiring near second base. He doesn't look all that interested in calling a strike. Jaso checking on the count. The umpires with runners to corners. There's one stationed behind first base down the line. There's one, what I believe is called short C, between pitcher and shortstop. 2-2. This is dribbled weakly back towards the pitcher near second base. Sutton fields and flips to Rodriguez. And Jaso bounds into the fielder's choice. And that'll do it for the Oaks in the 8th. For Visalia, no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left on base. Middle of the 8th. The Oaks lead Rancho 8-4. Back in a moment on AM 1270.
Jenny's 50 years old, just took up golf. She's got great form. Takes her 6 iron.
Oh, Leonard, stop using that voice.
Sorry.
Centrum Silver multivitamin. Keep up with your game. Centrum Silver's age-adjusted formula includes high levels of B vitamin, which emerging science suggests may help reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease.
She's on the pot. The crowd goes wild.
What crowd?
Centrum Silver, adjusted for your age. Take with low saturated fat, low cholesterol diet. Research is ongoing and inconclusive, not intended to treat, cure, or prevent disease.
Criminal justice is one of America's fastest-growing career fields. With a degree in criminal justice, you can pursue exciting entry-level opportunities. At the ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice, they teach you the fundamentals of the criminal justice system. Classes meet just a few days a week, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. Call now for an ITT Tech brochure. 1-800-851-4499. 1-800-851-4499.
Not offered at every campus. Check the ITT Tech for a list of programs offered.
Fact, more isn't always better. But when you're talking about service, you think, so what are you giving me for my consumer dollar, pal? More is a very good thing. And that's what you're going to get at Zylstra Express Lube. At Zylstra, when you get an oil change, they'll also check your hoses, battery, cables, tires and tire pressure, wiper blades, lights and signals, shocks, struts, and so much more. They're also the only AAA-approved quick lube in the Central Valley. Zylstra Express Lube, they're all about more, right next to Zylstra Automotive and in front of Zylstra Performance Products at 2222 East Main, Visalia.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by DG Insurance. Here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270. Bottom of the 8th inning.
Brett Wayne came on for Derek Feldkamp, who went the first 6. He's responsible for all 4 of the Quakes' runs tonight. And 8 of their 9 hits. It's the deepest Feldkamp has gone into a game yet this year. And I think, all things considered, his best start. 6 strikeouts for Feldkamp. He walked a pair. He gave up a home run. But he could stand to win this game if the bullpen can finish off 2 more innings. Wayne will work to the middle third of the Quakes order. Collins, Johnson, and Lopez. Catcher, right fielder, DH. Wayne had a scary moment in the 7th, and the first pitch is lined in the air to right field. Cumberland takes 3 steps in and makes the catch. Collins is retired. Wayne keeps on rolling. In the 7th, against the first batter he faced, Josh LeBlanc. LeBlanc bounced the ball to the right side to the first baseman. No walk, and no walk slipped underhand to... Actually threw overhand to Wayne, covering the first base bag, and Wayne had to sprint. He was laid off the mound, and he reached out with the right foot and landed very awkwardly on the bag. And the first pitch is a change-up strike to Johnson, 0-1. And it took quite some time as he had convinced trainer Jimmy Southard and his pitching coach Marty Lemary to stand. Again, the 0-1 is a curveball hit well in the air to center field. Perez going back on the warning track at the wall, jumping, and that ball is off the wall. At second, Johnson heading for third. Perez picks up the ball, and a late stop sign from the manager coaching third. If that wasn't a 4-run game, he might well have sent him. But no reason to chance it, I suppose, with only 1 out and a run 90 feet away. We almost had an inside-the-park home run as that ball hit high off the wall. Perez went back and couldn't quite find it on a leap. Almost a sensational jumping catch, though. Ben Johnson, a 1-out triple. So Wayne landed hard on that right ankle and had to convince everybody he could stay in. He tossed 4 warm-up pitches, said he could. Here's Lopez. The DH swings and misses. Baltazar Lopez. 6'1", 185. From Caborca, Mexico. Signed as a free agent in 2003. 22 years old. Played last year for Rancho. Hit .258, the 0-1. Changeup swung on and missed. 0-2. Baltazar Lopez hitting .326 entering play today. A balls and 2 strikes. Ben Johnson at third in a 4-run game, bottom of the 8th. So Rancho needs a couple more guys on just to get the tying run to the plate. The 0-2 inside and gets past Arhart. Arhart throws over to Wayne covering the plate and not in time as sliding home. Ben Johnson. That's going to be a pass ball. And Arhart couldn't handle that fastball off to his right. And the pass ball brings home the fifth run of the night for the Quakes. Eight to 5. And Lopez swings and misses. Strike 3. He chased that fastball up at his eye. That's the second out of the 8th. 2 outs and nobody on, an 8-5 game. Wayne working to the third baseman, Freddy Sandoval. Sandoval is 0 for 3 tonight. Struck out looking in the first, and then see if there's a pattern. Swinging in the 4th. Wayne misses low, ball 1. And swinging in the 6th. Been a rough night for Sandoval. Dropped the ball at third, too. And he lifts this softly in the air to left. Here comes Breen. Breen settling down, and Breen jogging forward makes the catch. Sandoval retired, and that'll do it for the Quakes in the 8th for Rancho. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, although a pass ball and nobody left. An unearned run in. After 8 full innings of play from the epicenter, it's the Oaks 8 and the Quakes 5. Back in a moment.
When it comes to maximum adrenaline for minimum cash, nobody beats your Yamaha dealer. Right now, you can get on a brand new electronic start TTR 230, TTR 125LE, or TTR 50E for only $39 a month. How about a Raptor ATVs N50, 80, or 350? Maybe a Vino Classic or Vino 125 scooter. Two-wheel or four, off-road or on. Right now, any new Yamaha priced under $5,000 can be yours for just $39 a month for a full 24 months. Get down to D&E Yamaha, if I tell you now, and get your juices flowing. Visit D&E Yamaha, located at 1745 East Mineral King, Visalia, and take advantage of this great offer and their full line of accessories for all Yamaha bikes. D&E Yamaha, your exclusive Yamaha dealer. On your approved Yamaha credit card purchase. APR 7.9% for 24 months. After promotion period, standard grade APRs are 12.99, 16.99, 18.99, or 22.99%. Default rate 24.99% APR. Minimum finance charge $1. Offer good through May 31st, 2006. See your dealer for ATV age recommendations. For safety and training information, call the ATV Safety Institute at 1-800-887-2287.
With their low-profile design and high-performance features, Massey Ferguson 400 Series low-profile tractors are ideal for special applications, like orchards, vineyards, low ceiling buildings, you name it. With a height as low as 62 inches, the MF400 low-profile Series ES gives you a perfect combination of compact maneuverability and full-size tractor performance in 4 models, from 60 to 85 PTO horsepower. Test drive one today at Farmers Tractor and Equipment Company in Porterville. Farmers Tractor and Equipment Company, your Massey Ferguson tractor provider.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
8-5, 9th inning. Visalia trying to take game 1 of this 3-game series. The Oaks are home Friday. 625-0480. Online at the allnewoaksbaseball.com. I am told that there are very few tickets remaining for Saturday's contest. And the Quakes have gone to the bullpen again and brought out a right-hander. It's number 9, Dan Hawkins, 6'3", 205, a Floridian. Throws outside, ball 1 with the fastball to Chris Nowak. He's the 4th pitcher of the night. Green started. Carney went an inning and 2/3 behind him. Torres, an inning and a third. He finished off the 7th and worked the 8th. That was low, 2-0. And now it's Dan Hawkins, the 2-0, and at the ankle, 3 balls and no strikes. Dan Hawkins, 23 years old. He pitched last year in Orem. That's Utah. The Owls, the 3-0, change-up strike. This Saturday at Recreation Park, Pepsi meet the players, and you'll want to be there for that. The 3-1. Nowak swings and fouls it hard off of his shin, and that looks like it hurts. Hawkins, 1-1 with an 8.44 ERA. And Orem is a couple levels below here. That's the short season A level. And so he skipped over the Midwest League. And the count full 3-2. And it's always tough for pitchers. And it's the same kind of jump that Derek Feldkamp is making. And Derek Feldkamp has had some trouble doing it. He was good last year, Dan Hawkins was, for Orem. 6-2 with a 3.32 ERA. 16 games, 10 starts. It's a short season league. The 3-2 to Nowak. Lined over shortstop and into left field. A base hit for Chris Nowak. He is 2 for 5 tonight. He scored a couple runs. It's the 3rd time he's led off an inning. And it's the 2nd time he has reached base safely doing so. He singled to begin the 6th. That's the decisive inning in this ball game when the Oaks broke a 4-4 tie with 3 runs. Nowak at first. And heading to the plate, the left fielder, Patrick Green. 8 runs, 15 hits, 3 errors for Visalia tonight. 5-10-2 for the host Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Hawkins home, low. Rather at the knees, no balls and a strike. Hawkins last year in 59 2/3 innings in Orem as an Owl. Struck out 58 and walked 23. Out of St. Leo, Florida University, that's a strike. 0-2, the off-speed. A non-drafted free agent, signed after the 2005 draft. So the guy's going to have to prove himself at each level, but sure the Angels like him. They had him skip a level. And the 0-2. Green lifts this in the air, left side, hoping for a play Sandoval in foul territory, and he's not going to have one. It's in the 8th row of the seat. For a little while, Breen's slugging percentage was among the top 5 in the league, but has dropped out. Hitting .274, .346 on base, .568 slugging. Count 0-2, no walk at first. And Breen, the bat very still. The runner bluffs to go, and this is grounded to shortstop. Rodriguez to Sutter, and on to first. And Sutton does not get the relay in time to get Breen. He made it down the line with some speed. And the Quakes settle for 1. Fielder's choice goes 6-4, of course. Shortstop to second base. One out, and Breen at first for Josh Asanovich. So the Oaks trade up in speed. Breen runs better than no one. And Asanovich had a huge game tonight. 2 very important bases. In the second he doubled. That turned out not to be such an important base hit. He was thrown out at the plate trying to score. But he came up with 2 on in the 6th. Throw over to first base and not much going on. In a 4-4 game, and he singled home no walk. Later in the inning, Brignac a 2-run double to extend the Oaks lead to 3. From the right side, Hawkins comes home. The runner goes. The throw to second is not in time. It skips into center field. Breen got tangled up momentarily with the shortstop, Rodriguez. And he steals second. The Oaks aggressive on the bases tonight. A stolen base for Nowak, a stolen base for Breen, a stolen base for Fernando Perez. And Asanovich also came up in the 7th with a couple guys on. The Oaks up 3, and he singled into center field to drive home another run. 2 RBI for Asanovich. Low. As he has driven home 2 very important runs. They're all important runs. What's the second, and Hawkins home. On the outside edge, 2-1. Manager Joe Zeckley trying to pick up Breen from second. Asanovich, 3 for 4 on the night. A run scored and 2 driven in. The 2-1. Fastball outside. It runs to 3-1 on Asanovich, having one of his best offensive nights of the year. In fact, I think it is Asanovich's best offensive night. His first 3-hit game, his first 2 RBI game. And boy, has it been a long time coming for him. Got to lift the weight off his shoulders for 3-1. High ball 4, and Asanovich is on for the 4th time tonight. And the Oaks have runners at first and second with 1 out in the top of the 9th. Up 8-5 over Rancho Cucamonga. Looking to extend this 3-run lead. It's the number 9 hitter, third baseman Pat Cottrell. Cottrell is 0 for 4. He has not yet had the ball out of the infield tonight. He has struck out swinging in the 7th. Failed to get a sacrifice bunt down in the 6th. Grounded out in the 2nd. Grounded out in the 5th. The right-handed batter with some power. Hawkins comes home. The runners go off a go. This is bounced towards third. Fielding there, Sandoval. And he flips over to second, where they throw out Asanovich. So Cottrell reaches on the fielder's choice. Asanovich eliminated at second. That's a couple ground balls in this inning. The Quakes have not been able to turn 2 on because they were hit too softly. And it leaves Visalia with runners to corners in the 9th. And 2 outs, and Fernando Perez trying to pick up some runners. Perez will turn around and bat left-handed. He has just 1 at bat as a righty tonight. That was in the 8th against the lefty Joe Torres. Fernando Perez 2 for 3 tonight with a couple walks. Hawkins comes set. Sandoval even with the bag at third against Perez's speed, and that's a fastball in the dirt. 1 ball and no strike. Fernando Perez has singled twice on the left side, once softly into left field, wants a ground ball through the hole. That is the approach that Tampa wants him to take. The 1-0, Oppo. He bounces it foul outside at first, 1-1. Slap the ball on the left side and let him use his great speed. 1 ball and 1 strike in the ninth. 2 outs. Trell at first. Breen at third. Hawkins steps to third, spins to first, and sees a lot of nothing going on out there. Fernando Perez' offensive night has helped to atone for 2 errors in the first inning that helped Rancho score a run and threw the ball into the stand. And the 1-1 from Hawkins. Off the hand, softly center field, back to shortstop in the left fielder, and it is Toussaint on the run making the play. Retire Fernando Perez and end the Oaks ninth. For Visalia in the ninth, they threatened but do not score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left. Middle of the ninth inning, the Oaks hold an 8-5 lead. We'll be back in a moment on AM 1270.
Sanders Motorsports Visalia is the place for your best deal on all Honda off-road and street motorcycles, quads, and personal watercraft. All the gear, clothing, and accessories to go with, too. From fine, Thor, O'Neill, and No Fear. Plus, Sanders Motorsports full service and parts department right there to keep you on the road. Sanders Motorsports has all the Honda on- and off-road fun you can handle and all the great stuff you'll want to go with it. Sanders Motorsports, 2036 East Mineral King, Visalia.
Face it, farming is one of the toughest businesses around, and changing weather conditions certainly don't help. John Hibler Weather Forecasting can make things a little easier for your agribusiness by providing you with detailed weather summaries. Specific ag-related weather information such as evapotranspiration rates, soil temperatures, wind conditions, and potential frost threats are included in the package. Call John Hibler Weather Forecasting today at 866-419-3590 to find out how to put John to work for your business. He can also be found on the World Wide Web at johnhibler.com.
When life throws you a curveball, you want to be ready. Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance Services is an authorized independent agent for Blue Cross of California. California license number is 0A96361. Blue Cross of California is an independent licensee of the Blue Cross Association. Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance Services can help you find a health plan that best fits your family or business. Hit a home run today by calling the Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance Services of California at 733-1181. Serving your insurance and financial needs for close to a century.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by DG Insurance, here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Bottom of the ninth inning, Brett Wayne trying to close it out for the Oaks. Will face 8, 9, and then 1 in the Rancho batting order. Toussaint, LeBlanc, and then top of the order, and Nate Sutton. Toussaint 0 for the night, 0 for 3. Wayne starts him off, and the fastball is check swing. And it dribbles off his bat foul, 0-1. Toussaint has not hit the ball out of the infield yet tonight. Grounded out to first, popped out to the catcher. Takes low. 1 ball and 1 strike. And grounded back to the pitcher, the last batter that Derek Feldkamp faced in the 6th. The 1-1 from Wayne. Grounded to shortstop. Might have broken his back. Brignac picked up the roller. Smoothly on to first base, and he gets Drew Toussaint to begin the ninth. Brett Wayne breaks the bat and gets out number 1. Wayne came on in the 7th. He gave up an unearned run in the 8th. Ben Johnson tripled the straightaway center and came home on a pass ball on Josh Allhart. And here he is getting the first down the ninth. So Wayne trying for the 3-inning save, and he'll work to Josh LeBlanc. The center fielder. That's from the left side. Takes fastball high, ball 1. LeBlanc is 1 for 3. A solo home run in the 4th, his first long ball of the year. The 1-0. Off the end of the bat towards left field, towards the line. Breen goes after it. Breen in fair territory, a couple steps from the foul line. Reaches up and makes the catch. LeBlanc flies out the other way. That fly ball brought to you by the Visalia Municipal Airport. By Scenic Airways 6 days a week from Visalia to Vegas. Make Visalia Municipal Airport your destination for a vacation in Vegas. Now 2 outs and nobody on in the ninth, and Nate Sutton at the plate. The second baseman is 2 for 4. That's ball high, ball 1. The Quakes need Two base runners to get the tying run to the plate. Now it'll be the shortstop, Rodriguez. The 1-0 from Wayne. Low. 2 balls and no strikes. Firmly to follow if Sutton can keep it going. Visalia looking for the W. That's a strike at the knees. With the fastball, 2-1. Looking for win number 13 on the year. They began the day a game behind Bakersfield. The 2-1. Strike. Change up inside edge, 2-2. So now Wayne 1 strike away from sending Visalia their lucky 13th victory of the year. And he pauses before he does so, wipes at his brow. He's shown some toughness. He landed hard on that ankle, but chose to stay in the game. And the 2-2 curveball swung on and dribbled weakly foul. Bakersfield will, by the way, behind edge of 3-2. The Oaks need to win to keep pace with the Blaze. Like Elsinore and Stockton tied 2-2 in the 10th. Inland Empire beat Modesto 2-0. San Jose beat Lancaster. The 2-2 grounded weakly right side, chopped towards the line, and it's foul. The Giants beat the Jethawks 6-2. With 2 in the 6th and 2 in the 8th. So Visalia needs to win to keep pace with the division leaders and with the team immediately in front of them, the Bakersfield Blaze. They potentially pick up a game on Modesto. Visalia in the cellar in the north, looking up at 14. 2 outs and nobody on in the 9th. Visalia up by 3. Brett Wayne trying to close it out for the Oaks and the 2-2. Curveball high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. All the guys in the bullpen standing, watching their mate, Brett Wayne, work. And the 3-2. Listed in the air to left. Green going back in front of the warning track. Settling down, standing still, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. As Sutton flies out the other way, Brett Wayne gets the side in order in the 9th. 3 up and 3 down in your final night from Rancho Cucamonga. This is Visalia Oaks 8 and the Quakes 5. We've got a very happy recap coming up in just a moment on the Budweiser postgame show. We'll see you in a minute on AM 1270.
Charlie Pickett here for Amdro. Now, I don't know anybody that likes ants. That's why you need to know about Amdro Ant Block. Ant Block keeps ants out of your house and wipes them out where they live, outside. Just sprinkle Amdro Ant Block around the foundation of your home. You see, Ant Block's a bait. Ants take it back to the colony where they share it and die, even the queen. Amdro Ant Block. Stop them on the outside before they come inside.
Hey, I'm Tom, and today's my 9th day with Prilosec OTC. Because of frequent heartburn, I couldn't even enjoy my kids' games, but with Prilosec OTC, that's all changed. Now, when my daughter's soccer team takes on the Wolverines, I'm there yelling. She really hates that. Imagine, 0 heartburn for 24 hours with 1 pill a day. It's possible with Prilosec OTC. It's day 9 for me. What day are you on?
Use this directive for 14 days for treating frequent heartburn.
In Shape City, Visalia is your hometown fitness team. Contact In Shape City now for a free day pass and see for yourself what everyone is talking about. Indoor and outdoor pools, tons of free weights, huge cardio center with big screen TVs, awesome kids club and rock climbing wall, juice bar, and a gorgeous facility that will keep you coming back for more. Call 741-1700 for your free day pass today. 741-1700. In Shape City, Visalia.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you in part by Buckman Mitchell Financial and Insurance. Here on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270. You're listening to the Budweiser postgame show. And once again, with a look back, here's Toby Hyde.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Epicenter in Rancho Cucamonga. And the Oaks came down to one of the league's finest facilities and making themselves quite at home with a cush surrounding. As they win tonight, 8-5. With the win, the Visalia improved to 13-19 on the year, get back within 6 games of 500. With the loss, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes fall to 16-15. You're listening to the Budweiser postgame show. Thanks so much for joining us. First pitch tomorrow is 7:05 in the p.m. But let's finish up tonight first before we get to tomorrow's stuff. 8 runs, 15 hits, 3 errors, and 11 men left on base for Visalia tonight. 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and 5 men. left on base for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The win for Derek Feldkamp, his best start of the year. He evens his record at 2-2. A rocky first, but he settled in after that. He escaped from single base runners in the second and fifth innings. Had a couple guys on in the third and fourth, but generally really did settle in after that first. Well, just a solo home run in the fourth after that. A well-deserved second victory for Feldkamp. 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs. He walked 2, he struck out 6. Brett Wayne goes the final 3 innings for the save. The gas company save of the game goes to Brett Wayne for his save. The gas company would like to remind you that you can save on your gas bill by lowering your furnace thermostat by 3 to 5 degrees, health permitting, of course, and that'll help you save 10 or 20%. The loss for Nick Green, he falls to 3-2. 5+ innings, 11 hits, 6 runs, they were all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 5. One of the stories here tonight, Sean Cumberland, his third 2-home run game this year. He now has 9 on the season, and he drove home 4. Play some highlights. First inning, Fernando Perez led off from the top of the 8th order. As Fernando Perez had a terrific night. Perez on base all night long. He was on base 4 times. And so he started the first inning with a single. His sole second, Reid Brignac hit the ball to the warning track in left field. He took a terrific running catch from Drew Toussaint, who was excellent defensively tonight. He did not do much at the plate, but Toussaint played fine defense to retire Brignac. So it looks like the Oaks might miss on a scoring chance in the first. Looks like Toussaint perhaps had taken it away from them. But that was not to be the case, as Sean Cumberland came to the plate, and Sean Cumberland gave Visalia an early advantage. 7 home runs ties him with the league lead. The 0-1 is hit high in the air, deep to right field. Going back, Johnson on the warning track, looking up off the top of the wall. That's out of here. A 2-run home run for Sean Cumberland, and the Oaks lead 2-0. 2-0 at that point as Cumberland bounced it off the top of the wall. He did not have an inch to spare either way. As it's 2-0 Oaks after half an inning rather. After the Oaks half, and Feldkamp pitching with the lead immediately gave it back. In the bottom of the first, Nate Sutton singled to right field, and Cliff Remley, the first baseman, then singled to center. Derek Feldkamp's defense let him down. Fernando Perez picked up the baseball and then dropped it. That allowed Sutton running from first to head towards third, and Fernando Perez tried to make up for that physical mistake, and in doing so committed an additional error, mental and physical. He threw the ball behind Remley to first in an attempt to pick off the runner. The throw was errant. It was high. It was over the fixed strike personnel walk, and it bounced into the stands. That allowed Nate Sutton to score and Remley to go all the way to third base. Rodriguez then grounded out to third, and he came home, so the game was tied at 2. Feldkamp, perhaps rattled, walked Michael Collins. He stole second and came home on Baltazar Lopez's RBI single. It was 3-2. Rancho Cucamonga after 1 inning. The Oaks had the base runners in the second and third, but could not pick up a base hit to drive home the run. In the second, Asanovich doubled, and Fernando Perez singled, and the Oaks were inches away from scoring a run. 2-1. Lined towards shortstop, over the head of Rodriguez and into left field. Beckley waves around Asanovich. The throw home is in time, and Asanovich punched out at home plate. Nice job by Collins to go get that high throw and tag out Asanovich. And that is how the second inning ends for Visalia. So that's Visalia actually had a runner thrown out at the plate, and at that time that was the tying run. The Quakes leading 3-2, headed to the fourth against Feldkamp, who had runners on in the second and third, but hadn't allowed any more runs since the 3-run first. 2 outs and nobody on, the number 9 hitter, Josh LeBlanc at the plate. LeBlanc had 7 doubles and a triple coming into this at bat, and he added his extra base hit collection. The 0-1 on the way with a left-handed hitting center fielder hit high in the air, deep towards right center field. On the run, Perez at the wall, jumping, and that's out of here. A solo home run for Josh LeBlanc. It's a 4-2 game. 4-2, so the Oaks found themselves down in the fifth, heading to the top of the fifth, but they would need just one swing to tie things up. Perez worked the leadoff walk, Brignac struck out, and Sean Cumberland, having one of those games, did it again. A 1-1. Line down the left field line and high and deep towards the corner. Toussaint looking up, and that is out of here. The second two-run home run of the game for Sean Cumberland, and it's a 4-4 game. Yeah, one of those games for Cumberland. His second Classic Charter round tripper tied up this contest at 4. Josh Arhart followed that home run with a double against the right field wall, but Jaso couldn't bring him home. And so the Oaks left the potential go-ahead run on base in the fifth. But they wouldn't have to wait long against tiring Nick Green in the sixth. Chris Nowak was on base 3 times with a couple singles. Singled to right field to start the inning. Pat Green singled up the middle. And the Oaks had runners at first and third. That brought up Josh Asanovich in a tie game. And Josh Asanovich untied the game. It's the 1-1. And he lines this over second base, and that's a base hit for Josh Asanovich. Coming home from third, Nowak. And the Oaks lead 5-4, but Visalia not done in that inning. After Asanovich's single, Cottrell reached on a fielder's choice, trying to sacrifice guys along, and there were 2 on with 2 out for Reid Brignac. Brignac leading this Oaks team in average, among the league leaders in a host of offensive categories. Did some damage. He's got Asanovich at second, Trell at first. So there's some speed out there. And the 0-2. Line down the right field line towards the corner, and that's a fair ball and rolling it all the way to the wall. Asanovich scores easily. Zeckley encouraging Cottrell to go faster, waving around the throw, the slide at home plate, and he gets the hand in there. A 2-run double for Reid Brignac. And it is 7-4 Visalia. 7-4 Oaks. After the Brignac 2-run double in the sixth, that was all that Visalia would get in that frame. Visalia added another run in the top of the seventh. Jaso singled to left field. Nowak reached on an error. Jaso was thrown out at second after making a poor base running decision. And the Oaks had 1 on with 2 out. Green walked, and that brought up Asanovich again. And Asanovich added to Visalia's advantage. Asanovich with 2 on and 2 out, a full count. The runners take their lead. Green and Nowak, there they go. And this is hit softly into center field. And that's going to drop. Nowak around third. He will score without a throw. The throw is towards third. Green slides in safe. Triple with 1 out in the 8th inning and a pass ball allowed Thompson to score to make the score 8-5. But Brett Wayne came on and shut it down in the 7th, 8th, and 9th as he earned his 4th save of the year for 3 innings of work. He allowed 2 hits and a run. It was not earned. He did not walk a batter and then struck out 1. So the Oaks improved to 13-9. The Quakes fall to 16-15. Again, your game totals: the Oaks 8 runs, 15 hits, 3 errors, 11 men left on base. The Quakes 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and 5 men left. The game was played in 3 hours and 2 minutes in front of a paid crowd of 2,056 here at the Epicenter in Rancho, Cucamonga, California. Tomorrow's starting pitching matchup, again, a 7:05 first pitch. We'll see on the air at 10 to the hour. Francisco Rodriguez, 0-2 with a 5.84 ERA. 4th, Rancho against left-hander Gino Gonzalez, 0-3 with a 5.43 ERA for the Oaks. So maybe some scoring tomorrow as well. The Visalia offense that has now scored 30 runs in their last 4 games. So we've got a take-home message tonight. Perez keeps getting on base. Cumberland breaks out of his slump. Brignac keeps on rolling. And Derek Feldkamp has his best start of the year. Brett Wayne solid again out of the bullpen. So a lot of good messages tonight for the Oaks and fans. And that about does it for me from the epicenter. For my man in the studio, Chad, doing a fine job at the controls. Back in the K-Jug Production Palace from Rancho Cucamonga. The Oaks beat the Quakes tonight 8-5. I'm Toby Hyde. Have a good night, everybody.
This is KJUG AM, Tulare in Kings County's classic country station, part of West Coast Broadcasting, along with Z104.9 non-stop hits and continuous country and fun, KJUG FM 106.